welcome back to Pokemon. Ho-Oh's battle music playing right now. It's awesome. So, picking up where we left off, we're about in the middle of Hone, and Junk could not be here today, so instead, we've got our friend Johnny.
Hello.
He was here for the first stream that we did of this. So he's a fellow Pokemon fan. We're gonna have some nice dialogue about where these Pokemon go.
It's gonna be nice discussing this.
Yes. Let me turn you up a bit. I think you're kind of quiet compared to me.
I might be. I never know. People complain I'm loud, and then people complain I'm quiet. So it's confusing for me to get it right. Apparently, compared to the music, we're both kind of quiet.
Are we both?
Yeah, like compared to the music.
Oh, weird. I'm at full volume. That's probably because I'm not fit. I need to pull my microphone over here closer. That ought to be better. I'm also still waking up. Here, let me turn up the desktop audio. Turn up the music down a little more. All right, can you talk again real quick?
Yes.
Can you hear better? Are we better?
Sounds good on stream.
Okay, you can still hear the music all right and everything?
I could.
Got heavy rain playing right now? Okay, cool.
Chat will be the verdict.
Yeah. All right, so you see on screen, we're about halfway through Hone, and we're picking up at Sableye. I like Sableye a lot. I love his origins as the I forget what they're called. There's a sighting, an alien sighting that happened in North America, I think on the West Coast some time ago. I forget what they were referred to as, but that's what Sableye's design is based on. So like when you look at him, I had initially thought like Goblin or something like that.
Oh yeah.
And there's definitely Goblin influence there, but the fact that he's also kind of based on an alien sighting is also very cool. And this is just a classic, like, this is a Hoenn Pokemon that's become very iconic. And I enjoy him a lot.
Yeah.
I'd put him at S tier for me.
From a design standpoint, he's just incredibly well made.
Mm-hmm. And then he got a Mega. Oh yeah.
Ooh. Oh yeah.
I like Mega Sableye. I never really used him a lot, but I really enjoy Mega Sableye. That when he Mega Evolves, you see that jewel like press out of his chest, which is really cool.
Yeah.
So he's going up with regular Sableye.
100%.
With the yellow teeth, his eyes became a red color, along with I think his back. You can't really see it, but I think his back is also like covered with like larger gems.
He just became a lot more devious.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find a back shot of him on the Cerebi page. Yeah, so Sableye's back already has like 2 or 3 gems. Then when he Mega Evolves, he gets like this big cluster of like green and red ones. Which is really neat. Okay, and then we got Mawile.
Ooh.
Mawile is very suitably creepy. I like the whole thing she's got going on. She's not like among my favorites, and I don't think she's as iconic as some of the others, but I do still think her design is very good. She's based on a yokai as well. There's a woman. Yeah, Neon just mentioned it. Futa, is that Futa Kuchiona? Yeah, Futa Kuchiona. It's I forget specifically how it comes about, but they start as regular women, and then over time, I think some kind of greed or something overcomes them, and they grow a constantly hungry mouth on the back of their head that constantly eats. So that's really cool.
Yeah.
I'd put Mawile at A tier for me.
Yeah, it's same for me. A tier seems about right. She's an interesting character with the character design, but I wouldn't call it exactly A tier. No, S tier material.
Yeah. And then there's Mega Mawile, who I love. Like
Mega Mobile is so great.
the mouths got first. There's two now, and then the mouths, the curvature on them makes them look more vicious, which is terrifying. And I love the spicing up of her color palette with the pink coloration on her like skirt,
Yeah.
matching kind of the inside of the mouth. This is really cool. I honestly I would put this at S tier. You know, like most megas.
Yeah.
This is a fantastic evolution.
Just rename S tier to Mega tier.
Mega tier. I will say I was playing Sword and Shield the other day. When we get down to like the Dynamax or the Gigantamax forms for some of the Galar Pokemon, there's at least I know of at least one that's going to be A tier because it annoys me. Maybe even B tier.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Anyway, Aeron. I love the Aeron line. Look at how cute he is. This is the most adorable an entirely metal creature could be. Like,
He's so great, and he's so heavy. I love him.
he's 132 pounds. I love Aeron. Honestly, for me, the entire Aeron line's like an S tier.
Honestly, because when I was younger, I played a Wii game that was I think it was
Battle
Pokemon
Revolution?
Park or something like that. No, Pokemon Park. I think
Okay.
Pikachu Park or something like that. I was a real small kid, and in that game, the Aeron line is just like a cute family, and it's the greatest.
Yeah. Because like Lairon is a great middle evolution. Like
Yeah. Incredible. Like
entire-
you can really see that it's a like actual evolutionary line.
yeah. Lairon is definitely one of the best middle evolutions, and I honestly really love his design. Like he's kind of gained armadillo kind of inspiration with how this back plate is. I just love this guy. He's great.
He grew like almost 2 feet, and he gained 150 pounds. It's
and it
more,
looks like
more iron.
it definitely looks like a natural progression. Like
Yeah. It looks like the Aeron just got a lot longer, and like
Yeah.
yeah.
he's got more of the back plates, which is a great attention to that design. The head has kind of expanded, and you got the bigger mouth and everything. And then you go to Aggron,
Ooh.
and just fuck yes. Now
They
I don't know-
learn to stand.
I don't know if you know about the design origins of Aggron at all. There was a Japanese director. I think he may have directed 1 or 2 Godzilla films. But he was actually kidnapped to North Korea. And he was made to create a North Korean kaiju answer to Godzilla called Pulgasari. And Pulgasari was he was like this giant sort of Aggron's Pulgasari, yeah. Let me look up a picture of Pulgasari on stream here real quick. Pulgasari. Here you go. He was like a giant bull kind of kaiju,
Oh,
which you can kind of see the resemblance here.
yeah.
Like, it's not too especially strong, but it's got these, like, the shoulder plates, and the horns and everything. And Aggron does look kind of bull-like, but the thing that really pushes it over the edge is the fact that Pulgasari survived by eating metal.
Oh,
So, it's Aggron.
it's just straight up aggro.
So that's an interesting history.
You can actually watch Pulgasari subbed on YouTube for free, though through definitely legitimate means. Copyright holder doesn't exist anymore.
Ah, there you go. It's in the public domain. That makes a lot of sense.
Let's go.
Give me a fit Pulgasari into the MonsterVerse, please. No, don't.
I
Actually,
want
maybe not.
to see King Kong versus Pulgasari.
But yeah, that design origin is really neat. Like it's a surprising origin for a Japanese media, for sure. I wouldn't have expected them to want to create something based on something with kind of a dark history, of one of their own.
They just
people
stole
being
it back.
kidnapped.
That's all. Yeah, they just stole it back.
Yeah, they're just, it's mine now.
Yeah, doesn't have a copyright holder. Come here.
The dude who got kidnapped was taken with his wife. His wife escaped first. Then, like, half a year later, I think he escaped. Yeah. Yep. It's a crazy story. And then Mega Aggron. Oh, yes.
Ooh.
Drops the rock type, mono steel, and is a fucking tank. Look at that defense.
Just becomes... Oh, my lord.
That defense is almost full.
He just became a wall.
I think he probably has...
Yeah, he's a tank.
Yeah. I think he's probably has the highest... He might have the highest defense of any steel type, but I'm not sure. But yeah.
Like, just design-wise, he just looks like... He looks like if you tried to come at him at any angle, you would, like...
Oh, yeah.
Hurt yourself
stabbed.
extremely much. You just get stabbed.
Yeah.
Everything has such a sharp edge, and I love that.
Shame Earthquake still wrecks him. Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
At least he might survive it. Like, if he's already got good defense IVs, he'd probably survive it.
Yeah.
Then we got Metatite. I like Metatite. I like Metatite's origins as like a monk. Kind of like a Buddhist monk, but a fighting monk. I'd put this in A tier.
Yeah, I'll put it in A tier as well. It's like, it's good.
Oh, shit. I just... that surprised me.
Huh.
Necrozma's second boss theme is playing right now.
Oh.
The one with all the organs.
Oh yeah.
It's like... brrr, brrr. We'll get to it, but I fucking love Necrozma. I love everything about Necrozma. Yeah, I love everything about the legendary line of Alola, but I'll have to save that for later, because that's a long way away right now. Anyway, Metacham. I like Metacham even more, honestly.
Yeah, but it's like more of a... For me, it's like from a Buddhist, like, or like a meditative monk to a yoga mom.
Yoga mom, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't wrong.
So, I'd put this in S. I like this one a lot. If in no small part for the continuation of the fact that it's got a Mega, and this looks amazing.
Oh yeah, the Mega is great. It literally became enlightened.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people forget about Mega Metacham, but I love Mega Metacham. What was his name? I think it's Brawly.
Brawly.
He's the fighting type gym leader in Hoenn. Uses a Mega Metacham in Oraz. Clutch teammate in my Oraz game. Yeah. I want to replay Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire now that all my Pokemon are moved off of it.
Yeah.
Well, almost all of them. I can restart that. I'm moving them all over to Ultra Moon. And then any ones that if I can bring over a full team from Ultra Moon to Sword and Shield, I will. But
Yeah.
if even one member of that team is still straggling, it's staying on Ultra Moon until there's a game where I can have all of them in one team.
Yeah.
And especially Necrozma's not moving. Because you can't Ultra Burst him, and Ultra Necrozma is the fucking boss.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Electrike.
I love this evolutionary line. Electric is an incredible fucking evolutionary line.
Electrike. I don't think there's been another Lightning Dog yet, has there? No, there's Boltund.
This is Bolton, yeah.
Boltund, yeah, there's that. Like these were like this little scrappy, energetic, lightning ass, green ass puppy.
He's just a small puppy. That's
Yeah.
that's what there is.
I'd put him in
With
A.
Vendetta. Yeah, I put him in A. Electric in itself is an A.
Yeah. And then we got Manectric.
Hmm.
Manectric just has this like air of nobility about him. Like just the way he stands and like the spikes on his head make it kind of look like a crown, and he's got this like neutral expression. Like
Yeah.
I like him a lot. I wouldn't say I'd put him at S tier, but I like him a lot. I'd put him at A.
Yeah, A tier.
And then we got Mega Manectric. What the
He
fuck
just
is
becomes
this
lightning.
thing?
He just becomes lightning.
I'll be honest.
He saw the movie Bolt and just went, yeah, that's me.
I'll be honest. I'm among the opinions that this one isn't that good.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Yeah. It's not that good. This is one of the ones that are like, I feel like they just took the big feature of the Pokemon and blew it up way too much.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's not B tier by any means. I'd still put this at A tier.
Yeah. I would say he like borders at maybe a B, but
Yeah.
it's still such a like
'Cause he, like-
fun character to look at. It's
Yeah. And at the end of the day, if you saw this coming at you, you'd run. Like,
yeah.
especially given I'm pretty sure Manectric can run really fucking fast.
Well, but he's as fast as lightning.
Yeah. What's he get boost wise? Wow. Okay.
It's a special attack.
Special attack and speed, I guess. Huh. That's interesting. Alright. Plusle, and we're gonna group Minun in as well. Plusle and Minun.
They are very much a Pikachu did well, let's make two more.
Yeah. Yeah. These are the original Pika clones.
Yeah.
And for
and they
that,
were good Pika clones, to be fair.
Yeah. Yes. For that having that kind of legacy and the fact that they work very well together, in like double battles and everything, they're like adorable little siblings who get along very well with each other, and I love that kind of dynamic that they have. The plus and minus thing going on. I'm gonna put them in A. I love them.
Yeah.
Like these would be like a high A. If I could sub tier these would be a high A. Maybe that would be a good way to thin out the list by creating sub tiers.
Oh yeah.
Then I'd have to go all the way back through the ones I've done already, though. But so I don't think I'll do that. Volbeat and Illumise.
I'm gonna be 100% real with you. I have only negative feelings about their designs.
I like that they're like a pair.
They're
a Firefly pair.
They're a pair, but man, could you? How do you make a bee boring, bro?
I still don't like. Clearly, they're not just animals. Like they're humanoid.
Yeah.
They're very humanoid. I can understand being underwhelmed by their design. And frankly, I don't fully understand some of what's going on here. But I don't think they're super bad.
Yeah, no. At the end of the day, this is your tier list. I'm just gonna sit here and grumble a little bit.
I'm gonna put them in. I'm gonna put them in A. They would be like a low A for me. Yeah. Roselia. I like Roselia. Roselia is cool. That's great. Look at the roses. Look at her serene disposition. Look at the fact that in her 3D model she kind of uses those as pom-poms. That's an S.
Yeah. Easy S on that.
Gulpin. I love Gulpin.
Gulpin is great.
Look how adorable he is.
He's just,
I love how those aren't necessarily lips, because when his mouth opens, it's just a big circle. And
Yeah.
those are like just two nubs on the upper and lower parts of his mouth.
yeah.
But it makes him look like a little derp, and I love him.
Yeah.
And he's gonna be S.
Understandably so.
I also love the fact that both Gulpin and Swalot are basically living stomachs.
Yeah.
And these are also very nice departures from the mono poison types up to this point, because Kanto and Johto's mono poison types were either just sludge or just cloud. Whereas now we've got this idea where it's these sort of like interesting bile-filled, like goopy stomachs that sort of walk around, and they have interesting design aspects to them, like the black patches on the back of Gulpin and around Swalot, the yellow feather that turns into whiskers for Swalot.
Swallow looks like a Pac-Man ghost, to be fair.
Yeah, yeah. I'm kind of curious if there's anything further to these guys. Let me look up real quick. Gulpin. I keep forgetting to just leave freaking Bulbapedia open. Origin. Gulpin may be based on a single giant poison gland or even a gallbladder, the green sac-like organ that stores gastric acid. It also shares similarities with some snake species known to swallow their prey whole, though its general shape resembles a slug. That's pretty simple. That's pretty simple.
Yeah.
I kind of expected them to be partially based on some kind of yokai, but Swallow may be based on one single giant poison gland. It may also be based on a generic organism, such as a pseudopodia. Oh, that makes sense. Like a pseudopod.
Yeah.
Like isn't that I think that's the smallest single-celled organism, isn't it? Or like the... What? No, I'm thinking that wrong. They're one of the smallest organisms that... Yeah, it's these guys. It's a pseudopod.
Yeah.
Like cell membrane, eukaryote, yeah. Looks like a Tamagotchi. It does kind of look like a Tamagotchi.
Oh, true.
Swalot. Yeah, I like him. He's going S with Gulpin. He's good. He's a good friend. Like I feel like he'd be really squishy and comfortable to hug.
Yeah, if you can not think about the acid that's just flowing inside of him.
It's just sitting in his big stomach. Just load a... What? I have to go help my mother purchase and load a chair. Oh, okay. I want to use a Swalot at some point. I've never used a Swalot, but I want to. Because he's just such a derp. I love him. Carvana!
Just a piranha.
He is one scrappy piranha, though.
No, he sure is.
I love the hard edges on his design, and I love just how mean he looks. Like, if there was any pre-evolution to Sharpedo, it's this. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
Like, I love this guy. His design is just so distinct and everything. I'd put him in S.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like, God, I love it. And then Sharpedo.
Yeah, sure.
I don't think there's any debate about this being an S tier. Like,
no, it's just a shark and a torpedo. How can you go bad with that? That's it's great.
The
name is fun.
Yeah, this disorienting aspect where his eyes are inside of his gills.
Yeah.
Hi, Dunk. S for shark. Like his eyes are inside of his gills, which is really freaky.
Yeah.
And it kind of looks like it also kind of doubles as looking like a water intake, like the intake for a torpedo to like some kind of advanced torpedo where it just sucks water through like an octopus's siphon.
Yeah.
It's a really neat idea. And he's also fucking fast as hell.
He's just so fast.
Yeah.
Generally speaking, he's just a great design. Like he just
Yeah.
looks so distinct to the point like you can't you can look and see, oh, that's a shark, but can you tell me which shark that is?
Yeah, no. I want to say
That's
he's
just a
probably based.
torpedo, man.
Yeah, I want to say he's probably based off a great white,
Yeah,
to some
probably.
degree, but like, so much of that has been squished into the torpedo shape that it's become its own thing.
Yeah,
And then there's Mega Sharpedo.
even better.
Holy mother of God!
He gets the nose of a saw shark.
Yeah, a sawtooth shark. Yeah,
Yeah, sawtooth
This is
shark, and just
it's an unholy, terrifying mix of a great white shark, a sawtooth shark, and a torpedo. And you're gonna die. You're gonna die.
yeah, you're just dead. You're dead.
You are gonna die. It's S. You're gonna die. S for you're gonna die.
S for shark is coming straight for you.
Also, bonus points for it being Maxie's primary Pokemon.
Correct.
Not Maxie, Archie.
Arch.
Team Aqua leaders. And then we got Whalmer. I have a special connection with Whalmer. And let me tell you why.
Mm-hmm.
Whalmer was the Pokemon I misused my Master Ball on. We all have that one. You know? You get the Master Ball, you're like, wow, this can catch anything. And then you go find the first Pokemon you can, and you catch it in the Master Ball. Whalmer was my Master Ball misuse. What was yours?
For me, oh god, what was it? What was it? I think it was a Whismer.
A Whisper?
I used to mess around with Whismer if I remember correctly.
I lost my copy of Emerald ages ago in a move. I don't know where it went for the life of me. I can't find it anywhere. I swear someday I'm gonna dig through a random box and find it. Invalidating what I'm about to mention because I recently got a new copy of Emerald. But in that, I want to try and replicate the team I had back then, but improve it.
Yeah.
And Whalmer was part of that team, and I'm half tempted to just catch him in a Master Ball again, just to relive the nostalgia of having what eventually became a Wailord and a Master Ball.
Oh, and the reason why I really like Whalmer is that in the Pokemon Ranger games,
Yeah.
which is a great line of games, by the way, everyone should try it at least once.
Yeah.
The main bad guys in the second game try to steal a Wailord, and they fail. So they just steal a Whalmer and try to tell their boss it's like a really small Wailord. And it's the greatest dialogue.
Especially funny when you consider how big Wailord is.
Yeah.
So anyway, this goes without saying, but S tier.
Yeah.
I'm putting both of these in S tier because of my personal nostalgia with them. If not for the fact that Wailord is 47 fucking feet long, which I think is longer than an actual blue whale.
I really love that the Wailord's abilities include Water Veil and Oblivious.
Water Veil and Oblivious, yeah.
He doesn't know what's going on around him.
That's a good way to describe
Oh
a whale.
no! Yeah, blue whale
Those are
are
just-
82 feet.
Blue whale are 82 feet? Okay. Really?
So Wailord is actually small compared to a blue whale.
That's interesting. Because Wailord looks so freaking massive otherwise.
I mean, yeah, compared to the Pokemon trainer.
Also, Yveltal and Xerneas' battle theme is playing right now, and I love that battle theme to death. It's so cool. But
yeah.
like this guy is like a water blimp, is what he is.
Yeah.
And I already love whales personally. Like they're my second favorite animal, especially blue whales. So, yep. Next we got Numel. Or Nummel. I've never been sure precisely how to pronounce this one, actually.
I think it's Numel.
It might be Numel, yeah. But Numel's interesting. Yeah. He's like a little... what I kind of like is he's modeled like a volcano pre-eruption.
Yeah.
Like he's got this little hump with this green pattern on his back, and it resembles like grass or forest on a mountain,
Yeah.
on a low altitude mountain. Small, yes, Junk small. He is 2 feet tall, yeah. So he actually is very small. But I like him a lot. I'd put him in A.
I put him A, yeah.
He's definitely not a normal camel, especially given the fact that he does have a tiny hole at the top middle of his back that you can't see in this one. And then you got Camerupt. I like Camerupt.
Camerupt is great.
Camerupt is very cool, and again, bonus points for being Maxie's Pokemon. This is the Team Magma Pokemon, or like Team Magma mascot. Camerupt is very cool. I'd put him at S. I like the very defined volcanic structures that make up his humps, which is great. Like, this is such a creative camel design. Even though it doesn't, like, it kind of lacks the long neck that a camel has. I like this idea that all of that space has been shoved into his body to support the rock structures jutting from his back.
And then
and then you got Mega Camerupt, who is just amazing.
Great.
It's got an M. Look at it. It's got an M
Oh,
on
it's
its
got
face.
an M. I never noticed that.
Yeah, it's literally Team Magma's Pokemon.
He's so into the team. He got branding.
Yeah, it's like how the Galarian Zigzagoon line are just part of Team Yell. Like,
Yeah.
no matter where they come from, even though they originate from somewhere else, they're just Team Yell.
Yep.
But that also kind of goes with Mega. That goes with Sharpedo as well, and Mega Sharpedo.
Yeah.
Sharpedo and Mega Sharpedo, especially, has the Team Aqua colors, the Team Aqua yellow accents and everything. So I love that in the remake they themed those special forms after the teams. And also there's the fact that Mega Camerupt has a rapidly erupting volcano straight on his back. S.
Yes.
Scars, perhaps? Yeah, the yellow on Sharpedo in the Pokedex is said to be scars that have kind of. I think they've accentuated the already present scars. Yeah. Yeah. Next is Torkoal. I will never forget Ash's Torkoal.
Ash's Torkoal was great.
Ash's Torkoal was a giant crybaby. And it had like an old man voice. And that memory is very charming to me. Yeah, Torkoal! Torkoal! And he'd cry and be like, Torkoal!
Yeah.
But I really love this. Like, this design is really like sick. Like, he's a giant thermal vent.
They managed to make a turtle cool.
Yeah, this is a genuinely really cool. Like, his defense is through the roof. That's his big draw. But like this, like the steam coming out of his back and out of his nose and everything. He's like a little oven. It's such a good design. This is S for me.
Shit. In case Junk is still in the chat, I'm not saying turtles aren't already cool. They just managed to take the design of a turtle and, like, you know, accentuate it to the point where they made a volcano turtle or a what would you describe as that?
A geothermal vent.
Geothermal vent turtle.
Yeah. And he's not ground type as well. So that kind of differentiates him a bit from Camerupt.
Yeah. Just a modifier.
Yeah. Now we got Spoink.
Spoink is great! If he stops, he dies!
If he stops bouncing, he dies! I want to see if there's any further inspiration for Spoink. Because I'm not too familiar with its design origin. By the way, part of me was spurred to make this tier list in response to ProZD's current series where he ranks the Pokemon by region. I disagree with him immensely.
You were watching the videos with, that is S tier, what do you mean?
Yeah. This motherfucker put Darkrai A tier. No!
No, that's not where he belongs.
He was just like, it's edgy, because like one of my problems was he wasn't taking into account the design origin, like the reason they look like that in the first place. So.
I cannot wait until we get to Absol.
Absol, yeah.
Absol,
He's
to
coming.
get this out of the way, Absol is my all-time favorite character or favorite Pokemon. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have never met anyone who shares my opinion on him because to me he's just the greatest wolf moon thing.
Yeah.
And it's so great because his whole thing is that he can sense when imminent danger happens.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you about something fun that I think you might like using involving Absol once we get to him. But here, Spoink. The inspiration for Spoink may be the biblical phrase, "Neither cast ye your pearls before swine, lest they trample them under the feet, and turn again to rend you." The pearls were supposed to represent wisdom given to an audience who would not appreciate the teachings. Spoink and Grumpig appear to instead use those pearls of wisdom to enhance their psychic powers. Spoink might also be a literal interpretation of a spring pig. Oh my god. In pig farming, spring is the ideal season for birth. Oh my god!
I would rather think it's the spring pig one.
Having a spring instead of legs may be a reference to a jack-in-the-box. Its affinity for underground mushrooms is noted by its Emerald Pokedex entry is characteristic of a truffle hog. I love everything about that.
I like the idea of someone at Game Freak reading the Bible and going, "Oh, that's a Pokemon right there."
Yeah. Honestly, I do like that idea though. Like the symbolism is there, like using the biblical like pearls representing wisdom, and the hogs trampling over them, meaning that wisdom is not appreciated by the people you give it to. But they're instead just like this is like a realization of the positive part of that, which is to say they're taking that wisdom and using it, which is neat. And then the spring hog, I love it. S2.
Yeah.
This is great. Didn't know these had such a good design origin. Grumpig. I will say, I feel like Grumpig's still a little bit of a downgrade from Spoink.
Yeah, honestly.
I'm still cool with him. Like he's still like a high A tier, but I don't think he's as good as Spoink.
Yeah, no, he's a
in terms of the realization of all that symbolism. But let me maybe Grumpig has some other stuff to it though. Hold on.
To be fair, like in my opinion, like Grumpig is like it's just a pig that is standing on his front feet. No, his back legs. It's like
it's bipedal pig.
Yeah, bipedal pig.
It's kind of there alongside Miltank.
Yeah.
You could probably make a farm animal like team.
Yeah. You could. You 100% could make like
not just a farm animal
McDonald's.
team, but like a bipedal farm animal team.
Yeah, it's just old McDonald's Pokemon team.
Yeah, old McDonald's Pokemon. Yeah. Spinda is very fun. He's just always fucking really dizzy. But he's based on a red panda. And also, the spots... What I love about this is that the spots are not bound to any specific place. Spinda's possible variants, because of the freeform nature of his spots, are, like, through the roof. Because the spots aren't placed there manually by the designers. The spots are actually random every time you encounter a Spinda. Let me see if I can find here patterns. Here we go. Some of Spinda's Pokedex entries mention the odds of two Spinda having the same spot pattern is less than 1 in 4 billion. Since Spinda's spots are based on its personality value, a simplistic model would put the odds at 1 in 4 billion. 1 in 4, a little more than 4 billion, which is indeed smaller than 1 in 4 billion. However, it is actually possible for two personality values to produce spot patterns that are visually identical, so the real odds are somewhat higher. Using this app, which there's a link to, it can be found that two dots have 256 distinct locations. One dot has 254, and one dot has 237. Counting all locations where the dot is entirely off sprite as the same. The result is a total of 3,945,136,128 patterns. However, even this total is slightly too high because if the upper left dot is far enough down and to the right, it can entirely eclipse the lower left dot, resulting in a few more patterns being indistinguishable. So, this thing can have up to there can be up to 3 billion, roughly 4 billion different patterns based on its personality value. The chance of getting the same Spinda twice are astronomical. So
sounds like a dream speedrun.
Yeah. So just and then if you include shiny forms, the shiny forms then have all of the same patterns. So in total, there are technically 8 billion different patterns for Spinda.
Jesus.
So this is S just because of the complexity involved in that, and I love that. It's such a neat idea. Like the Spinda you find is more than likely your Spinda. Like no one else has a Spinda that is exactly the same as the one you have.
Yeah.
And that makes Spinda very special, in my opinion. And we got Trapinch. Yeah, like snowflakes. Look at this guy. I love this guy.
Love him. He's so small.
He's a little antlion.
He's an antlion. Worm.
What's that?
It's antlion worm, or what is it?
Yeah, antlion larva.
Yeah.
Like, these guys are great. Like, I would encounter them in the desert and Hoenn all the time. The arena trap ability was annoying as fuck, but but arena trap is such a neat implementation of what antlions do in real life. Where they dig a pit and wait for something to trip into it, and then they just dig from the center of the pit to let the thing slip under, so they can't escape. I love Trapinch. I love the Star Eye as well. Like, it kind of gives this impression, this sense that it doesn't have all its senses yet.
Yeah.
Like, maybe it's going more on the ground, or what's happening on the ground, than it is what it's actually seeing. Mm-hmm. And the mouth is amazing. Like, I love how huge and chompy its mouth is. This is S for me.
Easy S.
Probably the entire Trapinch line is going to be S, because Vibrava is also awesome.
Yeah.
Vibrava and Flygon both have these, like, sand shielding on their eyes. Which is also here's the thought. Maybe his eyes look like that because he hasn't grown his shielding yet, and he's just got shit tons of sand in his eyes.
True.
Vibrava is really cool. This is, I think, the only other Dragonfly-esque Pokemon aside from Yanma and Yanmega. And this is a very strong Dragonfly.
It is.
Like, first, it's also Ground Dragon, which is fucking sick. But in terms of design, this is a really strong design for a Dragonfly Pokemon. I love the diamond-shaped wings, and tail stabilizers.
Yeah.
The green color is very cool. And then we got Flygon, where it transitions more into the dragon side of things, and this is just great. Flygon should have gotten a Mega.
Oh, I should.
I do wonder what that would have looked like Maybe
Just
grow
becomes
more
a
wings.
helicopter.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be funny. Yeah, Flygon's sick. Next we got Cacnea. Now, Cacnea is honestly really cool. I love this mix of cute and creepy with Cacnea.
Yeah.
The holes in the mouth create this like oozy look, like it looks like he's drooling. But he's like short, and like the 3D model animation for him is also great because he's like kind of tip tapping between his two spike legs.
Yeah.
Plus, there's James's Cacnea in the anime. Do you remember?
I was going to say
Yeah.
S tier simply because he's James's Cacnea.
Yeah, James's Cacnea was so loving. Like,
Yeah.
I think if I remember,
Only
every time it
one
would
hug.
come out of its Pokeball, it would turn around and hug him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is S. Cacnea is just very iconic because of the anime. And then Cacturn. Holy fuck.
It's just so great.
He's terrifying. Also,
He's terrible. Yeah.
during the daytime, Cacturn remains unmoving so that it does not lose any moisture to the harsh desert sun. This Pokemon becomes active at night when the temperature drops. So, like, I love the idea of just coming across, like, a field of Cacturn in the daytime, and, like, their eyes are just black because they're asleep, and they're all in, like, different positions. Like it's sunset and you're seeing this, and then when the sun goes down they all wake up and start moving. These guys are creepy. Also, like, they got the whole scarecrow inspiration as well with them. They're really cool, and they're I think they're grass dark, which is awesome.
I think the best way I could describe them is if they took Snufkin and just made him into a cactus.
Snufkin?
Snufkin from Moomin.
I'm not familiar.
He looks cool.
I'm gonna look him up. Is it Snuffkin?
Snufkin with one L.
Snufkin. Oh, I see. Yeah, Moomin. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I recognize him. Yeah. It's Swablu!
Swablu! Yes!
Swablu is adorable! Look at her! It's a little puffy winged bird. Who wouldn't love this?
Amazing.
That's S. She's adorable.
Easier.
And Altaria, also an S. Look how puffy and cloudy it is.
Also an S simply because of Altaria being the ultimate Nuzlocke run destroyer with her dragon
yeah.
dances.
Yeah, the level 33 Altaria that shouldn't exist.
Yeah. The illegal Altaria.
Yep. Also, dragon flying is very cool. I'm curious about where the dragon aspect comes from. Let me look up real quick. Altaria. There we go. Altaria is likely based on a peng, a Chinese legendary bird of enormous size, said to travel 300 li in one, or 3,000 li in one flap of its mighty cloud-like wings. It's often portrayed as having a fish's head and whiskers. Altaria also resembles a budgie with clouds as wings. Shape of the fluff on Mega Altaria's head may draw inspiration from Ushanka's. Okay, so that then makes sense. The dragon, with the whole legendary symbolism with them.
Yeah.
Altera, because the name sounds similar to Altera from Subnautica. And yeah, then there's Mega Altaria. It's so fluffy.
Cloud.
It's a cloud. It's a literal cloud
just
with a hat.
Yeah. Cloud with a...
With like a Dutch lady hat. Boom. Gotta get dark right back
S
there.
tier. Easy.
S tier. Yeah. Dragon Fairy is also an amazing combination.
Yeah.
That's a tough Pokemon right there.
It's a really tough Pokemon.
Next we got Zangoose, and I think we should probably consider Zangoose in conjunction with Seviper, given their rivalry.
Yeah.
Zangoose is pretty cool. I like him a lot. He's like the red accent works really nice in contrast to the white of his body, and it kind of gives the impression that he's kind of battle scarred, which is really neat because you know, they fucking hate Seviper.
Yeah, they got all the battle scars are from or like the look from the battle scars are from the battles with Survivor.
Yeah. Generally though, I'd put him an A for me.
Yeah.
He's great, but I don't like him quite that much. Seviper though, I love Seviper.
Survivors.
Seviper is S for me. I may have a bias because I just really like snake Pokemon, I think. But you
Also,
can't look at Seviper and tell me that's not really freaking cool.
There's also the Team Rocket Survivor, which is just
Yeah, Jesse
incredible.
Seviper. Jesse Seviper was fucking ruthless, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
That's probably why I like Seviper, honestly. And also the Blade Tail is fucking sick. Whenever Seviper would use, what was it? It was,
Tail Whip?
no, there was a poison attack that you can teach Seviper that's Poison Tail.
Poison.
Yeah, the blade would glow a purple color, which is just really cool. Like the violet color in contrast to the rest of its design is really, really cool.
Yeah.
Then we got Lunatone and Solrock. Lunatone and Solrock are neat to me because they are both like alien.
Yeah.
I love any Pokemon that has that kind of mysterious lore to it. That said, I think they're A tier. I think they're pretty cool.
Yeah, A tier.
I don't think they're the best, but I like them. It's the whole Sun and Moon thing is great because later on, you know,
Yeah.
which is fun.
I really
we
wish
got-
there would have been like some sort of different look in the Sun and Moon games.
Yeah,
Like,
that would be neat. Like
yeah.
a regional form.
Hmm.
That would have been cool. Yeah, that's a missed opportunity, honestly.
Yeah.
Barboach. I like him. Yeah, I like him. He's pretty cute. He's a little water sausage. It's a water ground sausage. I put him in
I
A.
would say yeah.
Yeah. And then Whiscash. I like Whiscash a lot. He's got this whole like yeah, Whiscash. He's got this whole like catfish thing going on.
Yeah.
And it's this is honestly a very fitting transformation of a catfish into a Pokemon, honestly. With the water ground Wario fish. Yeah.
I think the best way to describe Wishcash and any catfish, to be fair, is the fact that they look like they have wisdom beyond years, but also have the me creation theme playing on loop inside their head.
Yeah. I think I'd put Whiscash in A tier as well.
Yeah.
Like he's yeah, I like him. Then we got Corphish. I like Corphish a lot. It's distinct from Krabby, which is good. I did put Krabby in B because it was just crab.
Yeah.
But Corphish is 2 feet tall.
Which is terrifying, to be fair.
Yeah, and I don't think you could really confuse this for a real-life lobster or anything.
Really can't.
The way that the claws are especially make that especially apparent. How they're kind of positioned up near its eyes, and
Yeah.
I just like I really like Corphish as well. He's kind of derpy. From like the way that his eyes are positioned.
Yeah.
But I do really like Corphish. I think I'd honestly put him in S. Because Ash also had one, and I have that association in my head as well.
It's a fair position.
Oh, Acerola's Trial is playing right now. I forgot how kind of creepy it is. And then we got Crawdont. Crawdont's a beast.
It is a beast.
Crawdont is a fucking beast. This is S. Crawdont is really cool. I really want a shiny Crawdont because that shit's blue and I love it.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's that. Baltoy.
Spin.
Spin.
Yeah,
Baltoy
spin.
do spin. The thing I really enjoy about both Baltoy and Claydol is that they are relics of the Pokemon world's past. So this is really, I like these a lot. These are really neat to me. I'd say Baltoy himself would be an A for me. Claydol, though,
Yeah.
Claydol's an S.
He's an ass, yeah.
Claydol is really disturbing and interesting. It's based on like fertility statues as well from ancient humanity, which are interesting. These things are just really cool. They're also 4 feet tall. Imagine those big ass eyes staring at you.
In a pitch black room, you just see that looking at you. Oof.
That's for sure an S to me. And I like that the top inspiration kind of sticks around with his head being like an upside down top. Then we got Lileep. I like Lileep a lot.
It's based on a trap. Like, it's based on a core
An enemy.
C thing, yes. I don't remember it.
I think there's actually a specific other creature that Lileep is based on. That's actually still around today, if I remember right. Also Necrozma's battle theme just started playing.
Great.
Crinoids. They're still around. And they look like this on the stream.
Oh,
Yeah.
that looks.
Yeah, so both Lileep and Cradilli are based on them. But they're based on ancient ones, which is really neat, as well as an enemy.
Yeah.
So I really like these. I like how kind of creepy they are. Like, they kind of have the Kabuto type of creepy.
Yeah.
With the eyes being just sort of hovering in this black. I think I struggle. I'm honestly unsure whether I should put them in S or A.
I would say, to be fair, for me, Lileep goes in A, but Cradily goes in S.
Yeah, I'd agree with
That's
that.
it for me either.
Cradilli has like an even more threatening aura about it.
Yeah.
Also, I love in the 3D models, there's this little detail where Cradilli actual base body doesn't move at all. Like, it slaps onto the ground, and then he's just moving his head around like a snake,
Yeah.
which is really neat. God, I love this battle theme so much. Nathaniel, welcome back. It's Anorith.
Anorith.
Now here's
Fossil
an interest.
Bowl.
This is an interesting thing here, okay? Because Anorith is based. Let me see. I need to remember what it is. Anorith. So I might want to argue this point here. Animalakaris. This is what people believe an Animalakaris looked like.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see the thing here? Because, like, technically Anorith fits in as one of the Pokemon that's just an animal.
Yeah. It's really just like, if it's like, hey, can I copy your homework? Yeah, just don't make it
Yeah.
look too similar.
So, but here's the interesting thing. We can only speculate exactly what Animalakaris looked like.
Mm-hmm.
We have the fossil impression, and we know generally what it looked like. We don't know what the coloration was or anything like that. So there's this interesting crossroad here where I can either put it in A tier because it's their unique take on an animal that we don't even know what properly looks like, or I put it in B tier because more or less it is just an Animalakaris.
I don't know. Like, for me, if they made it creepy looking, I would put it in the B because from what we think it looks pretty creepy. But because they managed to make it look cute, I would put it in A.
Yeah, okay. I can agree with that. Amalcaris. Anorith. Because then you hit Armaldo, and Armaldo is absolutely not just an Animalcaris.
Yeah, no, it really isn't.
So
Animalcaris looks steroids.
yeah. Armaldo is very cool. I like Armaldo a lot. The big, the scythe kind of pincers have moved down to become arms, and he's just really interesting to me. He's like a mix of a bipedal dinosaur with a waterborne early insect, and that's really neat. I'd put that in S. I like it a lot. Feebas. Now, I had no connection with Feebas whatsoever. I'd already put, I will say, even without this connection, I'd put Feebas in S. Because I feel like he has the same kind of weight that Magikarp does.
If I remember correctly, a thing that really helped with how they designed the Feebas evolutionary line is the ugly duckling.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, that's the thing as well.
For me, S tier to be fair.
Yeah. I'd put Feebas in S tier even without this, but let me tell you about this. I forgot exactly what it was or the reason I was doing it, but in Alpha Sapphire, I started chain fishing for a shiny Carvana, I believe, or shiny Sharpedo. I was just going about it, pulling up regular Carvana, throwing them back, continuing to pull up regular Carvana. Sometimes I'd come across a Feebas, because it's harder to find Feebas on the route where Carvana is. So you find Feebas sometimes and Carvana most of the time.
Yeah.
And then I fished up a Feebas, and it was shiny.
Wait.
Instead of Carvana. And I was like, well, shit, now I have to catch this. So that shiny Feebas is now a shiny Milotic on my copy of Sword.
Milotic is beautiful.
Yeah, and I was about to get to that, I love that Feebas and Milotic mirror Magikarp and Gyarados, where Magikarp is just a really weak, useless fish that grows into a really terrifying and strong creature, snake-like creature. And then Feebas is just ugly as all fuck, and then it evolves into beautiful Milotic.
Yeah.
And Milotic is absolutely incredible, especially the shiny form, actually. The shiny form has got this, gold on the tail, if I remember right, and all of the pink turns blue, which is really cool. Let me look up, just so I can refresh my memory. Milotic. Shiny Milotic. Yeah. And this was still back when they just hue shifted Pokemon. And they still managed to create this very fitting shiny with this gold tail and blue hair kind of thing. So that's really cool.
Yeah.
Next we got Cast Form.
Wait.
I wish it would show the other forms as well, and the forms aren't present on the tier list. So let me pull up a picture of Cast Form on here. Maybe we'll find the other. Yeah, here we go. These boys. Look at these boys. Okay, I love these guys. I have to say, Cast Form is so adorable.
Yeah.
And all the other forms, the sunny, rainy, and snowy form. It took me forever to realize that the reason that they look like this is because they are literally the weather symbols used by newspapers or news to show if it's sunny, rainy, cloudy, or clear, or snowy. And you find him at the Weather Institute in Hoenn.
Yeah.
So I love this guy. He's S for me. He's just adorable. I love him. The weather Pokemon. Hello, Keanu Vanderviels. I got Pokemon Emerald myself, so I know almost all the names. Cool.
Keanu Van de Vlies.
Van de Vlies? Vlies.
Van de Vlies.
The I is before the Oh, the I is after the L.
With Thunderflies. Might be if it's German, the V's are F's.
Yeah. Next is Kecleon. I give them credit for making it not totally resemble a chameleon.
Yeah, but it's still very much a chameleon, to be fair.
And the fact that it disappears instead of just changing color is also interesting. And that the red band around the waist is still visible despite disappearing. And it led to some really interesting uses for Kecleon as a barrier in the Hoenn region.
Yeah.
You had to get the scope to see a Kecleon blocking a path, which was very funny. I'd put him in A, personally.
Yeah.
Because also no chameleon stands upright as well, so... The bunched tail is also fun. I like the way it looks for this design.
Yeah.
Shuppet!
I love Shuppet.
Shuppet's fantastic. Shuppet and also definitely Bayonet are S.
Yeah.
Shuppet, fantastic, creepy puppet Pokemon. Then Bayonet. Bayonet's horrifying. The backstory behind Bayonet is horrifying. And its Mega is nightmare fuel. Mega Bayonet is terrifying, and I love everything about it.
It is so
this
great.
zip going all the way up the head and trail is just it's horrifying. And you have this like ghostly form inside of the rag that's coming out. It's so cool. It's so cool. So yeah, Mega Bayonet's fucking sick. Duskull.
Hey.
Duskull's iconic.
Skull's iconic.
I really like Duskull. This is going S. These are like when you think of Hoenn Pokemon, Hoenn Ghost Pokemon, Duskull is probably one of the first ones that pops up.
Yeah.
To most people, which is completely understandable because this design's fantastic. And I also love Dusclops. I don't know why it took me so long to realize that it's not just a Cyclops that Dusclops is based on, it's also mummies.
Yeah.
Which is pretty great. So yeah, that'll also be an S tier for me. And we'll get to it later, but Dusk Noir is also an S tier. Yeah. Then we got Tropius. Tropius is interesting, I think, for most people to look at and rank. With this, like, it's basically what they've done is combined a sauropod with a banana tree.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Which is pretty cool, and I do like that Tropius can actually fly.
Yeah.
Which is neat. So that bumps it up to like a middling A tier for me, I think.
Yeah.
Then Chimecho. I love Chimecho.
Chimecho's really cute.
Little wind chime thing going on. And also, let's not forget the heartbreaking separation that had to happen between, I think, James and his Chimecho.
Oh, yeah.
S tier.
S tier.
And here we go, man. Absol.
Yes!
Here he is.
Yes! Oh, I love him so much.
Absol is really cool. He takes on, like, the Mothman kind of role in the Pokemon universe, where he shows up before disasters happen. And people... He kind of reminds me of Darkrai in that way, because he shows up with intent to do good, but everyone associates it with the bad that it precedes.
Yeah.
But he's really cool. Like, Absol is fucking sick. This thing is an S tier, for sure.
He is easiest.
And then
the Mega
Absol.
The Mega
This
is so beautiful.
He is a literal guardian angel, which is amazing. The wings are actually fur. Like, they're not actual wings. They're just plumage in the shape of wings. But it's really freaking sweet. Now here's where I tell you.
Mega.
I did this team some time ago that I can't do right now in Sword and Shield because they don't allow Arceus. But I have this team that I refer to as the Angels and Demons team. And I picked out Pokemon that fit the Angel and Demon aesthetic and put them together. So it was a team of 6 consisting of what I saw as opposing Pokemon thematically. So it was Spiritomb and Togekiss were the first 2, because you got Togekiss as a really caring, angelic Pokemon, and Spiritomb as literally 108 evil souls bound to a stone. So there's those side by side, and then I had Houndoom and Absol.
Ooh, yeah.
Hellhound and Guardian Angel, especially in their Mega forms. The Mega forms enhance, the Mega Houndoom enhances that demonic look a lot, just like how this enhances an angelic look. And then the last 2 are Giratina and Arceus, being like a devil and god kind of dynamic with those 2.
Yeah.
Which is really fun. So yeah, Absol's sick.
Yes.
And why not?
Wow.
Why not?
Why not?
You know?
Why not?
Why not? Why not S tier? I love that this is interesting, because I think this is one of the few Pokemon that were introduced in Hoenn that were pre-evolutions to a previous Pokemon.
Yeah.
I think honestly it might be the only one. But it's like, it's interesting. That's a joke. I put why not like an A.
Yeah.
Why not S tier though? Why not? Let's just do it. I forget where I put. I think I put Wobbuffet. I did put Wobbuffet in S tier. But why not? Why not's A. I'm cool with why not.
Why not? Yeah, why not an A?
I like him a lot. Snorunt. Snorunt. I like Snorunt a lot. There's a little bit of a sadness to Snorunt because it's like always cold.
Yeah.
I'd put Snorunt in A. Put him in like a high A. Ash's Snorunt was really cool in the anime. The way that it finally evolved into a Glalie. Where it was like always scatterbrained and nervous until another trainer helped him out. And then Glalie is just... Glalie's sick. Look at this thing. It's terrifying. It's a terrifying 4-foot tall floating head. Like Jesus.
There's the ice trainer in the ice gym leader. Which one? Which game was it?
Did a Hoenn leader have him?
I think the Hoenn leader.
Or it might be the Hoenn Elite Four.
Oh yeah, it's a Hoenn Elite Four. That's the one.
Glacia, I believe, had a Glalie. A couple Glalie, actually. So yeah, Glalie's S tier for me.
S tier.
And then, of course, Glalie has a Mega. And Jesus
and it
Christ.
just grows a beard.
It grows a beard, and its jaw is stuck open. Didn't even know it really had a jaw.
Imagine that floating very aggressively towards you.
Yeah. Yeah. Mega Laley's an S. For sure. This is like... Jesus. And then we've got Sfeel. I don't care what anybody says. No one can convince me otherwise. Sfeel is S tier.
He's so round.
I love him. I love him so much. He's so adorable. I want to pick him up and squish him forever.
Wait, hang on. Oh, I have a seal plushie. That is just like, it's just that. It's just a seal.
You know what I need? I need a Sfeel Squishmallow. That's what I need.
Oh, you do.
A Sfeel Squishmallow would be incredible. But also, do you know how Sfeel walks around?
He rolls.
He rolls!
He rolls.
They reintroduced him in the Crown Tundra.
Mm.
Let me pull up my Twitter page here real quick. because I shared this to Twitter. They reintroduced him to the Crown Tundra, and I was just walking around looking for, I believe, Terrakian's clues. Might take me a little bit to scroll back. Here we go. So I was just rolling around. Look at if you can look at the stream.
Yeah.
I was just rolling around, looking for things, and then
There he is!
he just rolls up.
He just rolls up like, yo, what's good?
He clapped as well. I wish this was better quality, because I love this so much.
That is just so good.
I think I can save this to my phone, actually, and post it in better quality, because just look at this little guy. I love him.
I'm so happy to see you.
I love him. I love him so much. And so by extension, I love the evolutions. Celio is great. He's just straight up, he's a straight up seal. Blue seal that breathes ice. And they spin Spheal on their noses.
Yeah.
Like, come on, are you kidding me?
They're like just the siblings that get really well along.
Yeah. And then
And
Walrein.
Oh, yeah.
Walrein's
Angie.
fucking sick.
Walrein's surf is just the most clutch move. It's so
Oh, yeah.
strong.
Yeah. Because, like, he's got, like, really good special attack, yeah.
Yeah.
The, on the Crown Tundra, each of the Pokemon have, like, a different way they react to seeing you.
Mm-hmm.
That, some of them come up to you and, like, do something in front of you. Some of them will just look over at you and, like, wave at you from a distance and then keep going. And then some will charge at you. And then there are some who will also run away. Celio, or Spheal rolls up to you and does something.
Mm-hmm.
Celio kind of looks at you from a distance. Walrein charges you.
Oh.
And that's terrifying.
He gets angrier by age.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's pretty great. I love this entire line. It's so good.
Yeah.
If Spheal was better, like, stat-wise, I would put an Everstone on that and never take it off.
Yeah.
Clamperl!
Clamperl is
I like Clamperl.
wow.
It's like, it's this
Clamperl
little, happy sleeping baby kind of thing going on.
Yeah.
With it, and it's it reminds me of like a ring box. How you open up a box to reveal a gem or something inside of it.
Yeah.
I'd put this at A. I love its adorable little pearl body and everything. And then it evolves into either Huntail or Gorobus.
Which is a evolution I've never understood.
Yeah, I don't think I have either, but maybe there's something behind it. I think I understand where Gorobus might come from with it, but let me look up. Let me go back here. Yeah, shit. Okay. Clamperl. Clamperl is possibly based on an oyster or a giant clam. Clamperl's appearance and its evolved form suggests that it could be based on roe, the eggs of fish and other marine animals.
Okay.
So, Clamperl itself might actually be an egg Pokemon. So that's interesting. But I think there's a further thing with Gorobus that's interesting. But let me look at Huntail here real quick. Huntail appears to have been based on a gulper eel, viperfish, one-jaw, or moray eel. It also resembles the rarely seen oarfish, mainly because of its orange-colored crest and fins. Ultramoon's Pokedex entry may be a reference to the Japanese and Taiwanese belief that beached rare fish, including oarfish, presage earthquakes or tsunamis. Woo. That's interesting. So Huntail's pretty cool. I like its vicious kind of disposition.
Yeah.
And it's just got this like a lot of tropical fish look like this, like this really crazy, this really crazy looking color scheme.
Over the top.
Yeah. So I don't think that at all takes away from the design. I think that enhances it.
Yeah.
He'd be like a high A tier for me, I think. And then there's Gorbis. Now, Gorbis, I think... Let me see if I'm right. I hope I'm right. Gorbis may have been based on the spiny eel. Or the snipe eel. It also resembles a pipefish. Or, as well as an oarfish and a chimera. Okay. See, I think that's an incomplete description. Because you see how these shells are kind of placed where its breasts might be if it was a human?
Mermaid?
Yeah, I think mermaid, but not just mermaid. I think it could also be reference to Aphrodite. Because if I remember right, Aphrodite in a famous artistic depiction is standing on a shell and actually comes out of a shell. This is that depiction here. So yeah, I think Gorbis may partially be based on Aphrodite because of its association and evolution from Clamp Burl, which is really cool.
I can see that, but the other, like, if I were to just like look at Gorbis on its own and not think about like where its origins are from, I would give it like a really low rank. But because of the fact that it's based off of that, I would give it a lot higher rank.
Yeah, I'm putting it A tier as well.
Yeah.
Like, maybe you'd say that it's just a eel, but like there's enough design-wise already to say it's not B tier, and then with the potential implication that it's based on a mermaid or even Aphrodite, that's really good.
Yeah.
Now we got Relicanth.
He's just old fish.
Relicanth is going to be our first just an animal in quite some time.
Yup.
Because
it's just an old fish, man.
Well, this is straight up a coelacanth.
Yeah, it's just a coelacanth, bro.
Like, this is just what a coelacanth is. It's got the same backstory, even.
Yeah.
Like, look at this. This is almost exactly a coelacanth.
B tier with you go.
Even this one, like, you could argue that, oh, this red spot. No. But again, just being an animal, it doesn't necessarily make it bad, because Pokemon, any world needs regular animals, you know?
Yeah.
Imagine this makes a good fish dinner.
You've been punished for your fish crimes.
Now, on the opposite side, we have Love Disc. There is no way, in any way, shape, or form, that Love Disc could be confused for a real fish.
Sunfish?
No, I wouldn't even say it could be confused with a sunfish.
I mean, I can see, like, you can't really correlate the two, but there's kind of.
I love that it's straight up just called Love Disc. Like, it's a heart-shaped disc. Love Disc is based on the discus fish and certain other species of fish that appear to kiss each other, such as the kissing gourami. It is shaped like a heart symbol. Shiny colors may be a reference to having a heart of gold, which signifies a person or being completely without malice, whose nature is loving or caring. Look at the discus fish. Oh yeah, look at that.
Oh yeah.
That's for sure where Love Disc basics comes from, but this coloration is not at all a natural fish, and neither is
coloration
the
and the shape.
Yeah. And I honestly really do have a bit of a soft spot for Love Disc, just because it's adorable. Like, look at this thing.
Yeah, I can see
it's
that.
a heart fish. How could you not love this thing? I'd put it at A.
Yeah.
Also, when Alomomola was a thing in Unova, I thought that it was going to be an evolution for Love Disc, but it's actually just a standalone Pokemon, which I feel like was a bit of a missed opportunity, because it looks like it could be a really natural progression from Love Disc.
Yeah, it really was.
Next, we got the Bagon line. The entire Bagon line is S tier. Because this is great. Like, this is a really unique idea for an evolution line where you got this Pokemon, all Bagon, just really, really, really fucking want to fly. Like, and they believe so damn hard that eventually they form into a steel fucking cocoon, which is amazing.
In hopes to becoming a fucking...
And become a dragon.
It's so great.
This shit's amazing. And then you've got...
It wishes so hard.
Mega Salamence is a fucking nightmare on wings, and I love it.
It's terrifying.
So let me look up. I want to see if there's any like this feels like it must have been based on a legend or something. Big on.
I love the idea of that mega salamence. The reason why its wings are stuck together is literally just because of the fact that it was so proud of its wings. It became misshapen and stuck together because the energy was so massive.
This thing is also stupid fast, and like
Yeah,
just
it's-
everything about it is ultra enhanced, and I love it.
Yeah.
So Big On is based on a dragon, possibly draws aspects from a prehistoric creature, a species of two-legged dinosaur known for their domed heads. Pachycephalosaurus. I might actually know that one. Yeah, Pachycephalosaurus. Cranidos and Rampardos are based on that as well.
Oh.
We'll get to that. But is there not... There has to be more to that, because it feels like this was like some kind of Japanese legend. If this was original for Pokemon, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Shogun seems to be based on a dragon and a pupa. Okay. Also, I do like that this felt like it was going to be a thing for a little bit, where the pseudo-legendaries would turn into a pupa and then become something else. The way that Larvitar to Tyranitar works. I guess this must have just been... Salamence seems to be based on the archetypal fire-breathing European dragon. It may also be based on a salamander, most likely the Hida salamander or Anderson salamander. This is backed up by salamence featuring 3 prominent finlets on either side of its head, which can be interpreted as external gills. These external gills are typical for many species of amphibians. So yeah, this was actually just an original concept for Pokemon. Like, this feels like it could have been a fairy tale.
Props to Game Freak.
That's pretty awesome. Mega Salamence's wing and head shape resemble that of a fighter jet, which, yeah, it's fucking awesome. Alternatively, it might take inspiration from the mythical salamanders, as evidenced by its ability to learn numerous fire-type moves by leveling up. Its Pokedex entry describing its propensity for breathing fire.
Yeah.
Neat. And also, Hoenn is still, to my knowledge, still the only generation that has 2 pseudo-legendaries, one of which is not a dragon-type creature, like a dragon-esque creature. Beldum. Beldum line.
Let's go. I love the Beldum line so much.
The Beldum line is sick. Yeah. All the way through to Metagross. I love the idea that these things are like modular. Like 2 Metang coming together create or 2 Beldum coming together create a Metang, and then 2 more Beldum joining up with that Metang create a Metagross.
Yeah.
These guys are S. It goes without
He
saying.
weighs 1,212 pounds.
Yeah.
Beefy boy.
He's a steel beefy boy.
Putting Aaron to shame.
Yeah. And then Mega Metagross.
Oh, he's just a drill. He just becomes a drill.
Now, apparently, Mega Metagross the process of this Mega Evolution draws in another Metang and 2 more Beldum. So, yeah, this thing is fucking amazing.
It's great.
So all those are S tier for sure. And I
Yeah.
love the uniqueness of the pseudo-legendary. Because beforehand you have the Dragonite line, then the Larvitar line into Tyranitar. Tyranitar isn't Dragon type, but then most of the other pseudo-legendaries are Dragon type after this.
Yeah.
So Metagross is extremely unique, not even looking like a bipedal creature. Which is really cool. Alright, here come the legendaries. The Reggies.
I love the Reggies.
I love the Reggies!
The
Reggies
anime
are-
noises.
Ooh, the noises, yeah.
It's so great. I
Fucking
love
Reggie
that.
Gigas with that whole, with the fucking Regigigas.
It's so Regigigas is one of my. There's like a video on YouTube that is just Regigigas
Yeah.
anime lines, and it's just the greatest because he just sounds like a broken tape recorder.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, all the Regis are really cool. They have origins as Hebrew golems, which is really neat. I feel like part of me wants to just rate all the Regis as a group, but nah, I feel like I'll just go through them because the Regis were introduced so far apart from each other.
Yeah.
So yeah, Regirock, Regice, and Registeel. I think out of the three, Registeel is my favorite. Out of the three original ones, Registeel is my favorite. But all of them are S tier. Like,
Yeah.
these guys are so good. Regice is negative 328 degrees Fahrenheit.
Literally nothing can melt it.
Yeah. I like how all of them as well have a specific stat that is absurd. Registeel's is kind of split between defense and special defense. But then I think Regice has more special defense. Yeah, and then Regirock has more physical defense. Yeah. I love when relationships like that are spread across associated Pokemon. It's really neat. So yeah, all these are S tier. Plopping them up here.
And the new Regis are also pretty cool. To be fair.
I love the new Regis. Yeah, they break from the formula of the other Regis by being less slow, and like just by the name, and it reflects the energies they're made out of very well because of that.
Yeah.
With Regieleki and Regidrago, especially Regieleki. Regieleki is now the fastest Pokemon out of all of them. He beats out Speedform Deoxys. Did you know that?
I did not know that. Jesus.
Yeah. Let me see. Let me find. I always forget how to spell Deoxys. Deoxys. There we go. Let me jump to stats. Here we go. Speedform Deoxys has a base 180 speed. And then, so that's 180 for Speedform Deoxys. Regieleki.
If it's above 200, I'm freaking.
Base 200. Yeah. Regieleki's fucking fast. Because he's
goes
literal
first
electricity.
Yeah, he goes first in any scenario.
Yeah, yeah. And it makes sense. Like, it's not for no reason. He's literal electricity.
He's just straight up electricity. The bands on his body were put there to maintain the electricity.
Yeah, to contain his electricity, yeah. Also, I love the poetic irony that Regieleki can be used to power the entire Galar region forever, practically.
Yeah.
And that's what Rose was trying to avoid by using Eternatus's energy. When all he had to do was find Regieleki.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's such a slap in the face, and I love it. Anyway, next, Latias and Latios.
Ooh.
Latias and
have a soft
Latios
spot in my
are, yeah, they're classic. They have their own movie, of course.
Yeah.
But I love the dynamic between the two of them, the color scheming with them, and the fact that both of their megas are violet.
Yeah.
They're red and blue mixed together makes purple. So, yeah, Mega Latias and Latios are really cool. Latias and Latios are very cool. I will say, I'm a little unsure of where to place them, though.
I would personally say base Latias and Latios A tier, and then the Mega Forms an S tier because of the fact that they became violet from them mixing the colors.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I'm surprised I don't feel quite as strongly about Latias and Latios, frankly. Because I do love both of them, but I guess I just never really think about them too frequently or anything like that. Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire definitely helped that though.
Yeah.
Especially with their
For
mega
me,
forms.
Yeah. For me, the reason why they have a soft spot in my heart is because I found a Latios. There was these things that were sold before. They were Pokemon chips, where like they were just chips with Pokemons on them. Like they looked like poker chips, but they had Pokemons on them. And I would collect those. And I had lost my Latios, and I got really sad. And a year later, I was outside, and I just randomly found the chip. It was laying in our garden. And because it had been laying in our garden, it had for like a year under snow and all of that, it turned green.
Oh. Wait, is Shiny Latios green?
I don't remember exactly. Hang on.
I'm looking it up right now. It is!
It is. So I got...
Shiny Latios is fucking green!
So for me, laying it out in the snow and ice and like just having it be out there for like a whole year, it had gone from blue to green.
I accidentally made a Shiny Latios chip.
I accidentally made a Shiny Latios.
Oh my god, that's amazing. Shiny Latias is a gold color, which is pretty neat. Then Shiny Mega Latios is green as well, like a deep green.
Yeah.
What's shiny Mega Latias? Is it also green? It is also green. Okay, they share shiny colors in like that. All right, next up, Kyogre. Kyogre is my favorite of the pair between Kyogre and Groudon.
Yeah.
I really enjoy Kyogre. That's S tier for me. And then Primal Kyogre. Mwah! Like...
Massive boy.
Big chef's kiss for this. Like, this is awesome. I realized that both Primal Kyogre and Primal Groudon were made to resemble their glowing forms on the original menus. So this is really cool. And also, Shiny Primal Groudon and Kyogre are both black. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Oh my god. Because, like, Shiny Kyogre is pink. Shiny Groudon is a green color. But the Primals are just black. There you go.
Oh, that is so cool.
So what they did was they shifted their base shiny form onto their like nails. Like the pink is present on Kyogre's nails, and then the greenish yellow is present on Groudon's nails.
That is great.
Yeah. And they look fucking sick.
Incredible.
And then of course, you know, Shiny Rayquaza is black already, so that's already just amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, Primal Kyogre's up here as well. And we got Groudon. Look at this boy.
Big boy.
This boy is threatening as all fuck. Like, I don't want to go anywhere near this thing.
Yeah.
It's 11 feet tall. And then Primal Groudon. Oh. Oh. Ground fire, like hell yes. This is awesome. It also kind of resembles Virus Groudon from Jirachi Wishmaker.
Oh yeah.
Which I saw like one time on Cartoon Network. And Rayquaza, obvious S tier. No doubt about it. He can Mega Evolve without a Mega Stone as well, which is horrifying. And this thing is this thing is just Shenron. Like,
it's just Shenron, bro.
It's just like, Shenron, and that's perfectly fine. Why did I pick up Empoleon? You're not here yet. You little... Where the hell did it go? What just happened?
He just disappeared.
Where did Empoleon go? I just accidentally picked him up instead of Rayquaza somehow.
Gone.
Where'd he go? I need that. We're almost there. Like, I need that right now.
I need to. What does he look like again?
Empoleon, he's blue penguin with the crown, like pitchfork crown on his head. I think I accidentally put him in the list somewhere. Fuck. To track down this Empoleon I just lost. God dang it.
The second time this has happened.
For some reason, it happened with Darkrai before, where I just... Oh, here he is. There we go. Alright, get the fuck back down here. Oh my
You're
God.
already gone to S tier. I want to stay there.
Okay. Mega Rayquaza. Here we go. Esther for Mega Rayquaza. But yeah, this is amazing. He's 35 feet long. Like, holy crap. Next, we got Jirachi. Now, Jirachi, they've done a good job, I think, with the little legendaries for the most part. Because they've managed to avoid Mew clones for the most part. The exceptions are, of course, Uxie, Mesprit, and Azelf. But I don't count them as the mini legendary or the mini mythical for that, because they're legendary, and two, that spot's kind of taken by Manaphy, I believe.
Yeah.
So I love the uniqueness of Jirachi. How he's got like the wishing tags on his head, the closed eye on his chest. He's great. I'd put him at S tier.
Aren't they the ones who sleep for like 300 years?
Yeah, he sleeps for I think 1,000 years, and comes at wakes up again at the arrival of a comet.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Deoxys.
Deoxys.
Oh, it's got all the forms separate, so that's good. Yeah. All right, so we can rank the forms separately if we need to. But normal form Deoxys, iconic. Base form, great.
Iconic.
He's great. He's got the DNA arms. S tier. That's attack form.
Easy.
There we go, normal form. Boop. Then we got attack form. Attack form is really cool. Like, I love the sleek look. The helix is separated into these sharp points. He's got the jabby bits on his knees. Looks really neat. I also like this. I like this S tier. I do really enjoy Deoxys. He's also now the only mythical you can legit catch in an event during a game, being the Delta episode of Oraz. Because before you needed an event to get Deoxys in the classic games.
Yeah.
Then we've got defense form Deoxys. I'm okay with defense form Deoxys.
Yeah, it just kind of becomes ball.
I do like how bulky he is and how thick the DNA bands become. He is very clearly bulked up.
Yeah.
And I love that there's no black present on him like here. This gives the impression that the black interior of his body is like his actual body, and this stuff is extra biological padding, which is neat. So in the attack form, he sheds some of it so he can go a little faster and hit a little harder, which is really cool.
Yeah.
So then in the defense form, he has practically none of that black interior showing.
Yeah.
Which is very cool. The more I talk myself into it, about that, the more I like it. Frankly, I'll put him in S.
Yeah.
Because that's really neat. Like this whole thing that he's like, it looks like he's put on a big space suit, which is really cool.
Looks like we put on a Hulkbuster.
And then the best Deoxys form, speed form.
Just loses most of his armor and just goes.
He sheds almost all of it. He even loses one of the bands of his arms, and is just as sleek and fast as possible.
His head becomes aerodynamic.
Yeah. So this is also S. Deoxys is just a straight up S altogether.
Yep.
All right, with that, we're done with Hoenn. I honestly forget sometimes that Deoxys is a Hoenn Pokemon because he's very Sinnoh-esque. Like,
yeah.
But yeah, with that, I think we'll go ahead and take a little break. And let's see, we've got a little over an hour left, so we can definitely get a good start into Sinnoh. Which I'm sure you'll be happy to do.
I'm more than happy.
This is your home region. Um, so we'll go ahead and take a little break. I'm gonna get like a little snack or something. Um, you can run off and do whatever you want for a little bit, Johnny, or you can stick around and entertain while I go get a thing.
Hey.
And yeah, we'll be right back.
So, how's chat doing? You guys doing alright? Had a good breakfast? Maybe you've eaten dinner if you're from Europe? You didn't eat breakfast? You gotta eat breakfast, man. It's important. Gotta get that energy for you. I mean, maybe you wait with the breakfast and then maybe you eat lunch or something like that. I don't know. Maybe you don't eat lunch either. You just wait for dinner. Some people do that. I don't recommend it, but I'm doing good. How about you? I'm doing fine. I enjoy sitting down and talking with Kiefer when it comes to Pokemon, since we both shared mostly the same opinion about Pokemon. Pokemon's been really not the biggest part of my childhood, but it was a really big part of my childhood. So yeah, I just enjoy sitting here and ranking them. I would say I'm doing pretty good right now. I'm really looking forward to starting this generation. I think, when it comes to generations, this is most likely either my favorite or my next favorite. So looking forward to this. So it's going to be really interesting to see how mine and Kiefer's opinions differ on the different Pokemon here.
Alright, I'm back. Hello.
Hello.
I got some delicious chips and queso.
Wait.
Queso chips are good. Alright.
Haven't had them, but probably.
Are we ready to begin Sinnoh?
Sinnoh time.
Turtwig.
An amazing starter. I
Yes.
love Turtwig.
Turtwig's great. A friend of mine also loves Sinnoh. It was her first region. And this was her starter. I have I did a commission from someone to draw me in Brendan's clothes with the Swampert, and her in Dawn's clothes with the Torterra. And it's her like sitting on top of a Torterra. Let me see if I can find it really quick, actually, because it's one of my favorite things. That
You're still on the be right back screen.
Oh, sorry. There we go. There we go. What flavor? Of what flavor? Queso? It's just cheddar with some spices in it. Okay, let me see. I'll put it in here. Might need to find the email and re-download it, because I think it might just only be on my phone. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna find this because I love it. Got that Hone battle music playing in the background. Let me see. Okay, don't know what that is. Here we go. What? Oh, those are the sketches. Okay. Sorry, this is weird to go through. It's been a while. Oh, Archie and Maxie's battle theme just started. Oh, I love that side-to-side swipe that happens at the beginning of that. Mega Ruby
Yeah.
Sapphire's version. Ah. Sketches. Here they are. Found them. God, I should have saved these onto my computer much earlier. Sorry. Sorry about that detour there. I needed to get the, because I want to make sure I don't like lose them or something out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Save. I mean, I could probably just contact the person I commissioned them from You get copies anyway, but
True.
rather not annoy her with them. Okay, here we go. On the stream, you'll see it. There they are.
Wait. That's great. Love that.
So like I've got Brendan's hat and everything on and everything. I love this. My friend's sitting on her Torterra, and it's got it's got this grass, like it's chewing grass. I love it. Me and my boy, her and her boy. Yeah, I love that. Anyway, yeah, Turtwig S tier for sure.
Yeah, easy.
Turtwig is great. Grottle is one of those middle evolutions that are a little weird, but I still like it because it still kind of pushes this like change from a little sprout on its head to a bush.
Yeah.
Like, this is pretty good. I'd put this maybe an A, I'd say. Thank you, Real. Would you agree with that? A tier for that?
I think A tier fits with it. Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna bite a chip. Oh,
That was a crunchy chip.
That was a crunch. And then Torterra. No one can dispute that this is an S tier design.
Yeah,
Really
it's
should.
nice.
It looks like it's carrying like a ruin on its back.
Yeah.
The little tree next to it. Then we got Chimchar. Chimchar is a good example of a little going a long way.
Yeah.
Like just having this little fire, like puff for a tail.
Yeah.
It's just enough charm. It's just like how Charmander was, with like mostly looking like a salamander, but being like that fire with that fire tip tail.
Yeah.
So this is an S, absolutely. Monferno, I like Monferno. I think it gets like this baboon-like crest on its face.
Yeah.
The tail has grown out. Like this is a good. I think this is a good mid evolution. I put this at S.
Yeah.
And then Infernape, fire-headed ape. Yes.
I love it.
Boom. S tier. This thing is great.
Yeah.
And now, what was your starter? Was it Torterra or
Piplup.
Piplup? Great.
Yep.
Cool. That would have been mine as well if I'd played Sinnoh. Because look at this thing.
It's just so adorable.
It's so cute. This is S. I will say the only thing I don't like about the second evolution is the name, honestly. Prinplup.
Yeah.
It's a little-
It's kind of.
It's a little muddled to say. But it's a good design. It's a good evolution on Piplup's design.
Yeah.
And then Empoleon. This thing is terrifying.
Empoleon. Just terrifying. It's incredible. I love it.
It's water steel, which is awesome. I heard for a while, wasn't Empoleon like disliked for some reason?
Yeah, for some reason people didn't like Empoleon. I'd never understood.
I'm good with this dude. This dude's fucking awesome. Next, we got Starly.
Starly. Like,
I know it's
people
based on
could
a-
say just like, oh, it's bird, but
Here's the
Starly.
This doesn't look like any bird I've seen before, personally.
Yeah, I know.
I know it's based on starlings, but I've never seen a starling that looks like this. And I live in the U.S., in a region where starlings are extremely common, especially around the transition from fall to winter. And I've never seen a starling that looks like this.
Yeah.
So, this is A
Easier.
for me. Easy A, yep. Staravia, pretty much the same for me. A. I like it a lot. It's a good bird Pokemon. Doesn't look too much like a real life bird.
Yeah.
And then Staraptor.
Staraptor's great.
Fuck yes,
He
my
looks
dude.
like an anime character.
This is an S. I think this actually got some backlash on ProZD's tier list because he ranked this, I believe, at a D.
Oh,
something
how?
like that. D or C, I think. There's part of my problem with him was that the designs that are really cool looking, to me at least, he just thought were like kind of edgy, and he didn't really like for that reason.
Yeah.
I think this is fine. Like the whole bird of prey thing going on. Like with most of the base bird evolutions, they tend to take on traits of birds of prey.
I can agree with that.
Yeah. So that makes this very cool in my opinion. Also, it's 3 feet tall, and that's terrifying. Bidoof.
I love Bidoof!
I remember back when Sinnoh first came out, and I heard people talking about Bidoof. Bidoof and B-Barrel were so hated. Like, people really didn't like Bidoof and B-Barrel. I didn't really care, but what did you initially think? Were you part of that crowd initially?
I always thought Bidoof was kind of cute.
And he is. Like, the longer Bidoof's been around, the more people have liked him.
Yeah.
As with most Pokemon. So yeah, I'd put Bidoof at S, where he deserves to be.
Yeah.
He's honestly one of the most distinct Route 1 rodents. Like, I barely even recognize him as a Route 1 rodent just because of his inspiration as Bidoof and B-Barrel, with their inspiration as beavers. Because beavers are some of the most out there looking rodents.
Yeah.
So this was honestly very original to me, and the fact that it was normal water as well helped that. So I'd also put B-Barrel at S. They're really interesting. And we got Kricketot. I like Kricketot.
Kricketot is...
Look how cute this thing is. It's also, in my opinion, very unique as a Route 1 bug. Like,
True.
there are lots of unique takes on conventions in this region. Like, design-wise. Now they've kind of defaulted back to the first three regions conventions of having regular like rodents for the start and regular like caterpillar turning into some kind of winged bug or something like that.
Yeah.
But Kricketot and Kricketune I really enjoy, especially Kricketune.
Kricketune is a conductor.
Yeah, he's also
also
a guitar.
Yes.
See that? Yeah.
Wait, hang on. This is where I shine. This is where my education comes out.
Yeah.
That is a lute.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think that's a lute. Yeah.
From the shape of the from the markings.
Yeah. The way that the neck is and the wide barrel of his body.
Yeah.
I also love Kricketune's cry.
Kricketune's cry is really great.
It's really neat. So yeah, Kricketot, I think I'll put at A. And Kricketune, like these are like high A's, both of these for me.
Yeah.
Then we got Shinx. For whatever reason, ProZD really disliked the Shinx line.
That is what?
I don't quite remember why, but I love the Shinx line. These guys are really cool. Obviously, they're based on lions, and I do think that in terms of being lion Pokemon, Pyroar and Litleo fill that role better.
Yeah.
But honestly, when I think of Shinx, when I look at these, I honestly think more of Lynxes. Not really
Yeah,
lions.
I can see that.
So I'd put like Shinx and Luxio. I think I'd put at A. And then Luxray is an S.
Yeah.
This thing is a fantastic design. Cyan, can you not Can you not hear me? Can you hear me from the stream right now?
Wait, hang on. Yeah, I can hear her on the stream.
Okay, someone's saying talk, please. I don't know why. Or maybe he's talking about the chat, because the chat has been kind of dead for a little bit. Let me look at a thing real quick. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. But yeah, Luxray is an S for sure. This is such a good design.
Yeah.
The whole X-ray vision thing that it's got going on as well is really cool. Chippy. Badoo!
Bidoo! I love Bidoo.
Badoo's pretty cool.
It's just a...
It's a pre-evolution to Roselia. It's neat. An expansion on a Hoenn Pokemon, which I enjoy. I put this at A, I think.
Yeah, I put it in there.
And then Roserade. Roserade is absolutely an S.
Absolutely.
I like Roserade a lot as an evolution on Roselia.
Mm-mm.
And now we've got the Pokemon I mentioned earlier, Cranidos.
Tornadoes.
I like Cranidos a lot. Specifically its role.
Smash.
It had this nice role in the anime where it had a clash with Pikachu. Right, and it was if I remember right, it was the episode where Ash's Pikachu learned Volt Tackle.
Was it that or was it Iron Tail?
I think it was Volt Tackle.
Okay.
Yeah, Cranidos frequently used Zen Headbutt, and whenever it did, its head would glow this cool blue aura.
Mm-hmm.
It was really neat. So I really like Cranidos, his design, the blue color going on. That's, a bias for me because I love blue's my favorite color.
Yeah.
But also Rampardos is fucking sick.
Correct.
And these guys are mono rock as well, which is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're the only fossils that are mono rock. Yeah.
I think so, actually.
So I put Cranidos and Rampardos in S tier. And then we got Shieldon and Bastiodon. These guys get a lot of flack for not being good competitively. But as I made clear when we started this, I do not give a single shit. So just looking at these guys design-wise, I really like them. I like the adorable look of Shieldon with this little round dome head.
Yeah.
And then Bastiodon has a straight-up motherfucking castle on its head. Like, this is cool. He's like a super Stegosaurus. That said, I think I like them a little less than Cranidos and Rampardos, so I put these at like an A tier, like a high A tier.
Mm-hmm.
Next we got Burmy
I love the Burmy line.
and Wormadam. So Burmy's got there's no separate cloak options for on the tier list for Burmy, so I'll have to rank them all collectively. But for whatever reason, Wormadam is separated. So just to make it fair, I'm gonna rank Burmy and Wormadam as a whole. So Plant Cloak Burmy, like he's a bagworm.
Yeah.
So he makes his cloak out of whatever is around, which I really like. So there's Plant Cloak, Sandy Cloak, which is just adorable. Like, look at this thing.
He's just been rolling around in sand.
And Trash Cloak.
It's got a trash bag.
So these guys are pretty interesting. I do enjoy them as concepts. And the fact that their type changes depending on what they wear when they eventually evolve into Wormadam. So Burmy, I'd put at A, collectively. And then Wormadam is where that type difference really pops in, because then we've got a more fleshed out cloak that they've managed to create. We've got this really nice looking plant design for Plant Cloak Wormadam, and a grass typing for him. And then Sandy Cloak gives the ground type with this really interesting, like, lumpy, rocky...
It gets a smiley
bag.
face on his head.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. And then Trash Cloak with the steel typing. Trash Cloak, I think, is the weirdest one, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because this gets a steel type, and it's just sort of, like... Made out of what? What's it made out of? I guess
Trash
discarded city stuff.
bag.
Like,
It
I'm not
looks like
sure
he's
what's.
wearing a trash bag.
Yeah, I'm not sure specifically what makes it steel though. Maybe the idea that it's like cans and stuff that are thrown out.
Yeah.
Collectively though, I'd say for me, between these three, if I were to rank these separately, I'd put Plant Cloak at S, I think,
Yeah.
and then Sandy and Trash Cloak would go in A. But just so that I'm fair on them all, I'll collectively put them in A.
Yeah, fair enough.
And I'll just use Grass Cloak to represent the whole line, and I'll put these Sandy and Trash Cloaks in the extra form section. Okay, and then we got Mothim.
Mothim
Now-
is an interesting.
Isn't Mothim an alternate evolution? Yeah, Mothim's an alternate evolution on Burmy of it actually becoming a moth, which creates this bug flying type. And it's really interesting. Like, this is another interesting take on the butterfly Pokemon.
Yeah.
So I think I'd put this at A. I think this entire line's solidly A tier.
I can see that.
Yeah. Then we got Combi. I love Combi.
I like Combi.
Now, isn't the one with the red mark on its head is female, right? And then all the
Yes.
others are male? Yeah. So Combi is really cool to me. I love this honeybee thing going on. They finally brought in honeybees since Beedrill was more of a wasp-like thing.
Yeah.
So we got Combi, which is great, because it's both the pupa and the bee,
Yeah.
which is adorable. And these guys are just so cute. I
I
put
would-
this...
Yeah.
I think I put this at A.
A tier. Sounds right. Yeah.
And then Vespiquen. Vespiquen is an S. Vespiquen is glorious. Like, look at this thing. We got this, like, the whole queen thing with the crown jewel on its head. And then this dress kind of thing going on with the honeycomb. Like, one pupa kind of in the middle of it. Which is funny.
Yeah.
So, that's cool. Then we got Pachirisu. Pachirisu is distinct enough from Pikachu that I think you can look at it as it's just a separate electric rodent.
Yeah.
It's obviously a squirrel, so that's just such a big distinction in design wise. And Dawn had one as well,
Yeah.
and it would create blue electricity, which was fun to look at. Pachirisu, I would put it A. I think.
Yeah. Respectful.
Next we got Weasel.
I love Weasel.
Weasel's interesting because he was actually introduced a generation early in the anime.
Yeah.
And so was Lucario.
There is a special case for you two.
Yeah, Weasel showed up in Temple of the Sea, along with Manaphy, another Sinnoh Pokemon.
Yeah.
And then, let me see. Lucario had his own movie as well, alongside Mew, which was interesting. And those were like the tail end of Hoenn, I think, before they eventually moved on to Sinnoh, after introducing like 5 Pokemon from Sinnoh ahead of time.
Yeah.
So I have a fond memory of watching Weasel's appearance in Temple of the Sea.
Yeah.
So Weasel for me is an S tier. And so by extension, Floatzel's going there too.
Floatzel is great though because he gets a floating device on his neck.
Yeah, it's neat.
Yeah. It's a nice design choice.
Next, Cherubi. Cherubi is too cute for me to put anywhere but S tier. Look at this thing.
It's just so great. I love it.
It's just this round little cherry with legs and a lethargic head that you can eat and is apparently very nutritious.
Wow.
Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Yeah, the extra berry is high in nutritional value. So, yeah, there's that. Then we got Cherrim. Now, I have, as I've mentioned before, The Rise of Darkrai is my favorite Pokemon movie.
Yeah.
I think it's visually incredible on all fronts. And one of the coolest moments that I remember is when Darkrai appears for the first time.
Yeah.
He appears as a cloud is covering the sun. And as it does, it shows these shots of Sunshine Cherrim folding up into Overcast Cherrim.
Ooh.
And then Darkrai rises out of the ground, and then the sun comes back out again, and you see him under this canopy of trees with shadows around him and light shining through the shadows. And oh my god. I need to rewatch this movie, I swear. But this appearance was so cool, and having the Cherrim kind of like mime the appearance of Darkrai really stuck with me.
Yeah.
So I really just that connection alone is enough for me to put Cherrim at S personally. Shit. Just accidentally put her in the wrong place. Again.
Oh, no.
There. Son of a bitch. It was in its sunshine form on the sprite. But it's really neat to use that as a herald for Darkrai coming in. And of course, beforehand, you see Darkrai like swimming through the ground in its shadow form.
Yeah.
God dang it, where did you just land? Why is this a thing that happens? Dang it. I love the difference, though, the stark difference between Overcast and Sunshine Cherrim.
Yeah.
Where? Are you seeing it anywhere?
I wish it would be. I think she might have been dropped in S tier.
Trying to keep everything in order. Where in the world? I wish this had a Control Z or something. I don't think this page has an undo. That would have made this a lot easier, because I could just reset it down to the list and move it again. Son of a bitch. She's such an obvious design. How am I not seeing her right now? I'm sorry about this.
No worries, man. I'm looking. I'm searching with you.
I swear, she dropped out of my hand as I was passing A tier, so I think she was dropped in there somewhere. What the hell?
Unused ones?
If you drop it outside.
Oh
of
my
it,
god, here she is. What?
Yeah. If you,
Why are you over here?
If you drop it outside of it, it gets puts back, and it's like in a random location.
God dang it. Okay, jeez. Waste of time. All right, Shellos.
I love Shellos.
Shellos and Gastrodon are adorable. What I love is this site grouped Shellos, West, and EC together, which is great. We got West C and EC. They're both adorable.
Both great.
These are A tier for me, I think.
I'm always a sucker for pink folk.
Then we got Gastrodon.
This sounds great.
EC. I like EC better than West C because of the brighter colors.
Yeah.
I don't so much like the brown on West C Gastrodon, but slugs look like that, so it's fine. But I like these better. I like these. These are S tier, I think.
Yeah.
They're also in Sword and Shield, which is pretty cool. Then we got Ambipom. We're getting closer to the big line of extra evolutions they added.
Yeah.
I like Ambipom.
Ambipom was great.
I like the name pun being like ambidextrous.
Yeah.
With the 2 arms and everything. I love it. There's an S. I like this. Some people, I know at least one Poke YouTuber I saw a couple times really doesn't like Ambipom's face.
I can see that.
Yeah, but I'm fine with it. It looks like a mischievous monkey. Next we got Drifloon. Drifloon is both adorable and terrifying. And did you know that right in the middle of the X there's a mouth?
Children! There's a mouth in the middle of the X?
Mm-hmm. Let me look up... Whoops, not that. Let me look up Drifloon. Mouth. Yep, there it is.
Oh, what the hell?
It's just in the middle of the X.
I also like the Pokédex entry where it steals children at night.
Yes. So, everything about this Pokemon is slightly off-putting, but also still very, it's still adorable somehow. This is S.
Yeah.
As with most Ghost Pokemon.
And the same goes for Drift.
And the same goes for Drifblim, yes.
Great.
Drifblim's cool. I like the hot air balloon, the shift over to a hot air balloon from a toy balloon.
Yeah. Bunniera.
Bunnieri.
Bunniera. I love the fact that one of their ears is just boing.
Mm-hmm. The ears just bop in and out, which is fun. I'd put Baniri at A.
Yeah.
And Lopunny at S.
100%.
Lopunny's cool. And then there's Mecha Lopunny, who's like sporty and like an athlete.
Becomes like a kickboxer.
Yeah. So that's really cool. That's also S.
Yeah.
And now Miss Magius. I wish Junk was here to see this one, because she would like this one.
Hang on, I'll DM you a picture of it and just go, what do you rate this?
Okay. I off the bat rate this as an S. This is a really cool evolution on Misdreavus.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and
She
drag
might
it
have fallen asleep, to be fair.
up. Possibly, yeah. I would be surprised.
We can rank it as S now, and I'll get back to you when she replies.
Okay, yeah. And then Honchkrow. I love Honchkrow.
Honchkrow is so great. He's just
Honch-
he's just a lad.
Yeah. Because he's got the whole gangster thing going on. He's got like a
He's,
fleet of Murkrows that are just
No,
his
New York and
lackeys.
gangster.
Yeah. So this is S for sure.
Yeah.
And then we got Glameow.
I like Glameow.
Yeah.
it's very much just a cat, but the tail does make it a little bit distinct.
Yeah. Yeah, the springy tail is cool. And I
Yeah.
like that it looks just so up its own ass.
Yeah, it's just so like, I'm
Give me my tuna.
my pristine Japanese tuna.
And then it evolves into Perugly.
I don't like Brock.
I'm glad that the name just acknowledges acknowledges the design, which absolutely tells me that they knew what they were doing with this.
Yeah.
Also, the fact that its tail kind of wraps around its body when it doesn't
Yeah.
use it is pretty neat. I like that. It kind of uses it as like a girdle.
Yeah.
So I do like this. I put this at A.
Yeah.
And there's Chingling, Prevolution to Chimecho,
I
and it's adorable.
love Chingling.
I like Chingling a lot.
He just screams.
I put Chingling at an S.
Yeah.
Then we got Stunky and Skuntank. Stunky, there's no way around it. Stunky's face is an ass.
Yeah. I got a reply from Junk.
Okay.
Yeah, she said, oh, 10 out of 10. That's just straight up me.
Ms. Magius. There you go, with the Junk seal of approval. So, Stunky is a straight up ass. He has an ass face.
he's just ass. Yep.
And Skuntank has an anus tail.
He does.
But let me tell you, have you taken a close listen to Stunky and Skuntank's cries?
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard.
I'm gonna look him up again.
Just so the rest of the stream can hear.
Boom.
It's just farts, bro.
Stunky's is just like a little.
Yeah.
But then Skuntank's is like a you just shat yourself. Like this.
Yeah, it's literally just like you shit yourself.
It starts like the type of fart that you think is just gonna be a fart, but then it isn't. It just isn't. Like it's like. Oh God!
It's like letting out, and you're like, oh, this is
Yep.
like, oh yeah, oh.
So like, beyond that, like put that aside for just a moment. These guys are good skunk Pokemon for sure.
Yeah.
Poison Dark, excellent choice of typing for these guys. But given the fact that both of their faces resemble an ass, and the cry reveals that they absolutely knew that.
Yeah.
Do you think this is S tier worthy? Just for the fact that they
Just for that fact,
just
I
for
would
the
actually
fact
say
that
it's a
they
D.
mercilessly leaned into the fact that they made a Pokemon that is butt.
Yeah.
It takes a brave designer to do that and actually get it approved. So yeah, boom. These guys are S. Fuck it. And I just realized I tried to make a team that was composed of like body parts. And I was trying to figure out one, and only now do I realize the only final inclusion to that team.
Yeah.
So let me hold on, let me find that. I have a team builder on my phone. Let me pull this up. Let me see. Team builder. I think it was Infinity Gauntlet. Oh yeah, I made one based on the Infinity Gauntlet. Oh, where? Oh, that might be on my other phone. Dang it. Well, it had things like it had like Probopass for the nose. Ambipom for hands.
Yeah.
I think I had Hitmonlee for feet. Then I think I had one for eyes, but I forgot which one I used. And then I was struggling to find the last one. Now I know which one I need. Skuntank for ass.
You can do a little bit of rating with that because I need to go to the bathroom.
Okay. Oh yeah, then there's Bronzor. I ask, were those snunky sounds recorded in the bathroom? I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe. I mean, like, quite possibly. But then there's now we got Bronzor. Bronzor is really cool. Bronzor is based on a Japanese folktale about a woman who has a mirror that she loves. And like there's some detail there where the mirror is taken and melted to make a bell, because at the time mirrors were metal. So this represents Bronzor and Bronzong represent the mirror before its smelting, and Bronzong being the bell that was made from it. Now I really like these two. Bronzor and Bronzong are fucking sick. There's really cool, mysterious relics, and I really enjoy them. I'm putting them both in S tier. Then we got Bonsly as a pre-evolution to Sudowoodo. Bonsly was introduced preemptively in Pokemon XD, which is neat. You'd find it at some of the Poke stops, I believe they're called. Not Poke stops. I don't know. They were little areas where you could catch wild Pokemon. But Bonsly would show up and eat some of your treats, and you'd have to chase it away. Bronzong is Bronzor after getting fucking melted. Yep. Bonsly. Let me see. I believe I put Sudowoodo in A. Oh no, in S. Make sure. I don't know. I think generally I'd put Bonsly in A anyway, either way. It's a good design. I like it as a pre-evolution to Sudowoodo. Then we got Mime Jr. Mime Jr.'s cute. It's pretty adorable. This little clown baby thing going on. It makes me think of Big Top Burger now that I've seen that.
Yo, Big Top Burger!
Yeah! Big Top... Hi, welcome to Big Top Burger, where our motto is hot tires, hot burgers.
Just Steve.
Steve, yep. I just put Bonsly in A tier.
Oh, fair enough.
And then I put Bronzor and Bronzong in S tier.
Where they should be.
Yep. Mime Jr. I think I put Mr. Mime in S.
Yeah.
Where he deserves to be. I'm wondering if Mime Jr. holds up to that, though. My instinct is to put Mime Jr. in A.
I can see that, yeah.
Yeah. And then we've got Happiny. I cannot express the depths of my love for Happiny.
Yeah.
It's so adorable. Like, this entire concept. It's a baby Chansey, and it's like being taught to take care of an egg with the little polished rock it has.
Yeah.
It's a literal baby. This is S tier.
It's S tier, yeah.
I love this thing. Happiny is just so adorable. Just found out the YouTube marked this as a raft stream. Did it? Shouldn't be.
Huh.
Oh shit, I never changed that. Okay, hold on. Let me change this to Pokemon. It's not a specific Pokemon game. What should I mark it as? Sword and Shield, I guess, because it's the newest.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, can't just let me label it Pokemon. So I'll put it Pokemon Sword and Shield. Boop. Okay, there we go. God dang. I don't like how long that took me to realize. Chat had to tell me. It's probably been like that for like the past 3 streams that I've done of this.
Maybe.
Oh, that's obnoxious. Sheesh. Okay. Anyway, Chatot.
I love Chatot.
I remember Chatot had this thing in the original games where you could record something that it could say when it attacked.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty neat. Oh, I just realized. Let me make sure my tags are also appropriate. Yeah, the tags are right. Alright. Right. I like Chatot a lot. I think I'd put him in A.
Yeah.
He's got an interesting thing going on. That bird better be a good singer. I'm pretty sure it is. And now we got Spiritomb. Spiritomb is awesome.
Love
Everything
Spiritomb.
about Spiritomb is sick.
Yeah.
Did I return to 10 for Sinnoh? Yeah, you were like right in the middle of Sinnoh right now. So far, I have ranked most of the Sinnoh Pokemon. So I'll just run through what we did here so far for you real fast. Turtwig, Torterra, Chimchar, Monferno, Infernape, Piplup, Prinplup, Empoleon, Staraptor, Bidoof, Bibarel, Luxray, Roserade, Cranidos, Rampardos, fucking Vespiquen, Weasel, Floatzel, Cherubi, help. Why can't I remember? Fucking help. Son. Fucking
Cherim.
Cherim. Gastrodon. Ambipom. Drifloon, Drifblim. Lopunny, Megalopunny, Miss Drevis, Miss Magius, Honchcrow, Chingling, Stunky, fucking Skuntank, Bronzor, Bronzong, Happiny, and Darkrai, which were ranked ages ago, are all S tier. And then Grotle, Starly, Staravia, Kricketot, Kricketune, Luxio, Luxray, no, Luxio, Luxio and Shinx, Bidoof, not Bidoof, Badoo, Shieldon, Bastiodon, Burmy, Wormadam, Mothim, to fucking Combi, Pachirisu, Shellos. All these guys are. Hey, I can't. Just trying to run through it real fast, but
My entire brain went through so much.
on. I've never had to rattle off Pokemon names in a row like that before. Oh man. Aren't B tier with it being the middle rank? That's not how we're doing this. The B tier Pokemon are Pokemon that are mostly just animals, or have designs that are more underwhelming to a certain degree. We're going design wise. So.
Yeah, B tier is a lol, just an animal. C tier is why is this a thing, and D tier is how did this pass the playtest?
Yeah. It's like the S tiers are the Pokemon that are the best designed in my opinion, with backstory on the design included. A tier are very solid designs. B tier we've got just animals, but I'm not putting them lower than that because it's fine for Pokemon to have some just animals. That's what Pokemon are anyway. Sea King is here because it leans so much into the animal look compared to the other animals. Like, this one, if you saw a picture of this, you'd probably think it was just a picture of a koi or something. But it's still not terrible, you know? Cresselia, any other day, any other design, I might put in like A or B tier. Because it's, in my opinion, the design is just okay. But the reason it's in D is because its association with Darkrai is so bullshit. I don't feel like it can stand as a duo to Darkrai. And I don't know why it was just shoved in like that. So that's why it's in D tier. And it's probably going to be the only D tier.
Yeah.
So yeah, anyway. Spiritomb is S. Spiritomb is fucking sick. S for Spiritomb.
Yeah.
Next we've got the Gibble line. The Gibble line are awesome. If I remember
Gibble
right,
line
this is Sinnoh's this is Sinnoh's pseudo legendaries, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
I think they are. Chip. Gibble. Goodbye. And Garchomp are all S tier. These guys are fucking sick. I love the implication that they are like traditional evolutions of Sharpedo
Yeah.
that have transformed to a point that they're not recognizable as Sharpedo anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And they're also on land, so that helps.
Yeah.
And then we've got Mega Garchomp. Look at this horrifying fucker. Do you want to be trapped in a room with this shit? I don't think
Not
so.
really.
This boy is S. Holy shit. S for holy shit. Next we got Munchlax. I'm cool with Munchlax. He's a good baby.
I would say A tier.
Hey, look, it's Gigan. Oh my god, it is Gigan, isn't it? I agree. Yeah, I'd say A tier for Munchlax.
Yeah.
I'm okay with Munchlax. Then we got Riolu. Now, when Lucario was introduced in that movie, I don't think anyone expected he'd have a pre-evolution.
Yeah.
Because you can't really classify this. You can't really classify this as a baby evolution because this is how it was meant from the beginning. But I just can't seem to break the idea that Riolu is a baby evolution of Lucario.
Yeah.
But it's not.
It's not.
Either way, I'd put Riolu at A.
Yeah.
And then we've got Lucario, who is an absolute S.
Easy.
No problems there, I don't think. And then we've got Mega Lucario, who is glorious.
A legend.
The first Pokemon that ever Mega Evolved, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
Then we've got Hippopotas. Aside from having one of the most satisfying names to say, like, just say that, Hippopotas. Like, I love the way that name sounds. Aside from that, I think he's a pretty cool design. He's got this sort of camo thing going on.
Yeah.
Like desert camouflage, which is very neat. So I'd put him at A. And then Hippowdon is fucking sick.
Easy ass, dude.
This shit's horrifying. This is S for sure. Mega Lucario loses its empathy when it Mega Evolves, which is against its normal aura emotion reading mysticism theme. Yeah, this is why I really don't like the Pokedex entries from Sword and Shield, or no, from Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon on Mega Evolution. They just like forgot the whole point of Mega Evolution or something. Took all the meaning out of it. Though I did hear someone argue the idea that it could be that they are willing to put themselves through that for the trainer because of the bond. But still, there's no ignoring the horrible shit that happens when they Mega Evolve, apparently.
Yeah.
So that's annoying to me. Anyway, Skorupi.
Scorpion.
Skorupi, I'd put at A.
Yeah.
He's a cool, interesting looking scorpion Pokemon for sure. He ain't just a scorpion, obviously. The pincers on the tail are a very good indication of that. But then Drapion happens.
Yeah.
I felt like they were like, what if when a scorpion grows up, it just became a fucking monster? And yeah, this is S.
Yeah.
Drapion is fucking cool. Like how it has stingers for claws and a claw for a stinger. Yes. Drapion is weird, but I like him. I like him.
Yeah.
Next, we've got
I can agree with
Krogunk.
I love Krogunk.
Krogunk
especially
is a
Brawl
classic.
Krogunk.
Yeah, anime Krogunk is amazing. As well, when you consider how stoic that Krogunk is, but the fact that it loves Brock to death.
Yeah.
So that whole thing with it. But then, when you look at other depictions of Krogunk outside of the anime, Krogunk is like a scrappy piece of shit.
Yeah.
In Pokémon Tournament, he's both a support Pokemon and a fighter. And the way that he moves around in that game is like he's just bouncing all over the place. He's like a proper fighting frog. Like that's really good. Like poison fighting is such a unique typing, and this is such a good way to pull that typing off into a design. This is S.
Easy.
And then Toxicroak, of course, is fucking amazing.
Oh yeah.
Did Brock's Krogunk ever evolve into Toxicroak? I don't know if I watched through
don't
that.
think it ever
point.
did.
Oh, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Pepion's arms are legit just the tail copy pasted to his face. Carnivine! I love Carnivine! I like it more than I like Victory Bell, that's for sure, because I just like Venus Flytraps better than Pitcher Plants anyway. But Carnivine is just so fun. Like, that's funny enough as well, because Carnivine has the same function as Victory Bell towards James in the anime.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like Carnivine a lot. He's going S tier. Pretty sure I put Victory Bell at A tier either way, though, because of my shiny association with him.
Yeah.
Next, we got Finneon. I understand people tend to forget about Finneon and Lumineon.
Yeah.
But I can kind of see why they're a little unremarkable compared to other fish Pokemon. But even then, they're not, like, they still have more distinct look than, say, even, like, Magikarp. Because of the butterfly fin.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think any fish in real life have butterfly fins like this. So I honestly really enjoy this. The pinkish color is interesting, and the little hair-like fins on the head. It's adorable. I put this an A. Finneon and Lumineon aren't that distinct to me. Yeah, I guess. And I'm Neon. Yeah. And then Lumineon, I like Lumineon. She gains like this sort of graceful disposition, which is nice.
Yeah.
So I like that. And now we've got Mantike. Let me just... Yeah. Let me just tell you. I love Mantike so much. He's so adorable. I love this Pokemon. It's got a smiley face on its back, for God's sake. Like, I love it. It's the epitome of adorable. I got one in Hoenn when I replayed Oraz. Or when I played Oraz. When I caught it, I intended to evolve it into Mantine, but over time I realized this thing was too fucking adorable. So I currently have a level 100 Mantike. Fight me. So yeah, Mantike is S for me. I just love him. I think I already put Mantine up here as well because of the Octillery connection. Yeah. So Mantike being up here, being a little kite. The Kirby of the Sea. Yes!
Kirby of the Sea.
He
Correct.
is the Kirby of the Sea. Oh my god, I love this thing so much. And let me tell you, Dynamaxing a Mantike is the best.
Yeah.
You just see this thing hovering above you. Like, it's the best. I love it. This is just so cute. I love it. I can't get over it. I want one in real life. Give me one. Alright, then we got Snover.
Snover is
Good Poke.
I'm cool with Snover. Yeah, so I'd put Snover at A. There's not much to say about him. He's like a little snowy tree, living snowy tree.
Yeah.
And then Abomasnow.
Abomasnow is
I
great.
understand people don't really like using Snover or Abomasnow because of his insane weakness to fire.
Yeah.
And also literally all of his other weaknesses, which he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unique mechanics for breeding / evolution push Pokemon higher on my like list. Yeah. Snover reminds me of multiple AOT characters. I'm not familiar with AOT. But fire ruins them. Yeah. All that said, I do like the design. I like this idea of an abominable snowman being like half pine tree. So that's pretty neat. I'd put this. I think I'd put this at A.
Yeah.
And then there's Mega Abomasnow. Mega Abomasnow looks like a fucking beast. Like, this thing is monstrous.
Yeah.
I do have a disappointment with Mega Abomasnow though, and that is his animations in the games are shit.
Yeah.
Because he has the animation for coming out, but then practically all of his attacks involve him like hopping in the air or turning weirdly.
Yeah.
They don't use any of his programmed animations, which is really, really stupid. But the design itself, I love. I'm putting this in S tier. This is a monstrous, terrifying design.
Yeah.
Weavile. Weavile is great. S tier.
S tier.
I don't think there's any debate about that. Weavile is awesome. And it's an extremely good evolution on Sneasel. And now with that, we're actually getting into the added evolutions. Weavile's the first one, aside from Ambipom and Honchkrow and Mismagius before that.
Yeah.
The rest of these are grouped together, which is weird that the others aren't grouped together. Weavile, good. Next we got Magnezone. I like Magnezone a lot.
I love him.
I really, really like Magnezone. Magnezone, baby!
Yeah. Magnezone, baby!
Esther, yep, he's Esther. I love Magnezone. He's really, really cool.
Yeah.
The animation with the screws going in and out of his body is really neat. You know, it looks like a UFO with like magnet arms. It's fun. Next we got Licky Licky. I like Licky Licky. I believe I put Lickitung in A, yeah?
Yes.
Entire Magnemite line is one of my favorite Pokemon lines, period. Yeah. Lickitung... He is an A tier?
Pretty sure.
Yeah, there he is. I'd put Licky Licky in A tier as well then, yeah.
Yeah.
He's for sure, like, he's an evolution of Lickitung. Yep.
Yeah.
A lot of people's problems with, like, Lickitung and Licky Licky are like, oh, they're just weird. But, like, what do you expect from a world with magic monsters?
Yeah.
Some of them are gonna look fucking weird. Get over yourself. Next, Rhyperior. I like Rhyperior a lot. I think it's a really good evolution.
Yeah.
On Rhydon. I like the kind of belt it has around its waist, and the fact that it has cannon arms. It's fucking awesome. It's S tier.
Yeah.
Said you'd put your favorites in an S plus tier. For me, that tier would contain Magnemite line. I didn't say I'd do that. I don't think. I mean, my personal favorites is we're not so far ahead. We're not so far along, and honestly, my absolute favorites are, and like just my favorites are a really thin line. So I'd have a hard time with that, I think. Aside from like Darkrai and a few of my other top ones, Swampert and Meloetta would definitely go in there, but beyond that, I'm really not sure. Yeah. Then we got Tangrowth. I really like Tangrowth.
Tangrowth is great.
I'm putting it at S because, again, the connection I kind of have with Tangela, with my mom really liking Tangela. And Tangrowth is just really cool. He's a nice little evolution on Tangela. You see more of his interior body as well, which is neat. And this also implies that the black you're seeing behind his eyes isn't actually just void, it's just his skin. So that's interesting. Then we got Electivire. I think those were all lines. Yeah. Electivire is fucking awesome. I love this thing. This is going in S. I think I put Electabuzz in A. And Elekid as well as an A, I think. Yeah, Electabuzz is an A. Yeah, most of the other, yeah. For both Electivire and the Magmar line,
E.
everything else before Electivire and Magmortar for me is A. But Electivire is absolutely S. And so is Magmortar.
Yeah.
Like, I get, yeah, whatever, the lips are weird. Everything else is fucking amazing. Like, I'd put this in S tier as well. I love the fire cannons. Like, the whole it's Magmortar. It's like, he's firing magma out of his body. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, I love that.
Togekiss. I like Togekiss a lot. It's adorable. It's nice. Like I mentioned, I put him in that Angels and Demons team as a foil to Spiritomb, which I think is fitting. But it's just so nice and kind.
Yeah.
And it's a good design overall, I think, with this kind of big, comfy swan kind of idea they've got. And we've got Yanmega. I love Yanmega. Yanmega is really, really cool.
Yeah.
He looks like a tactical vehicle of some kind. Like, that's S tier for me.
Yeah.
And now we've got the new evolutions. Yanmega is based on Megaguirus. I wouldn't be surprised. Leafeon is cool. I really like Leafeon. This, like, the leafy growths, like, coming out of its regular body is really neat.
Yeah.
By the way, we're so close to the end of the Sinnoh region right now, I think we might go a little overtime just to wrap it out. To round it out. Because we're right there. Might as well. Timeline adds up. Mechagearus came out 2 years before Diamond and Pearl. Yeah, that makes sense. But Leafeon I like a lot, like all the other evolutions. This is an S tier. And Glaceon even more so. Between these two, I like Glaceon more, I think.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah. Then we got Gliscor. Gliscor is really cool. Again, S tier for me. He's fucking sick. Flying Scorpion Pokemon. He's a great evolution on Gligar. Apparently, Ash's Gligar evolved into a Gliscor. So that's pretty cool. Gligar isn't complete without Gliscor. Then we got Mamoswine. We're finally here. It's Mamoswine. I love Mamoswine. He's so good because Piloswine is such an underrated, cute as hell Pokemon. Piloswine is also great. And then you got fucking Mamoswine coming in here, 8 foot tall mammoth with giant tusks, still also a pig. Yes. Dude, they've been going for freaking 3 hours. Yeah, my streams are 3 hours long. Even if we weren't doing this, it would be 3 hours long. Porygon Z is awesome. I love this idea that he's been corrupted by unstable programming. And it's just made him into this weird, floating, bizarre, glitchy creature. This is an S for me. Yeah, malware from a dubious source. Yes, that's the dubious disc. Yeah. Next, we got Gallade. Just like the line it is fitted into, this is an S tier. Gallade is fucking awesome. He's the Romeo to Gallade to Gardevoir's Juliet. And he's got fucking sword elbows, which, like, what's not to like about that? And also, Mega Gallade is amazing.
It's great. He gets a cape.
He's got a cape. His swords are like jagged blades on the sides. Like when they extend out, they have like saw blade kind of things going on. It's awesome. Well, here's an interesting idea though. He's awesome, which more than justifies his existence. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I heard someone theorize about this, that the reason that Gardevoir can be male and female but Gallade can be only male, is because of the Romeo and Juliet inspiration that may have been involved with them, because in Shakespeare's time, only men could be on stage, so men would have to play the part of women as well. Meanwhile, in that time, someone's going to play Romeo. Only a male would have been able to play Romeo. So that's an interesting potential historical origin for these guys.
Yeah.
Which is pretty neat. Next, we got Probopass. I honestly like Probopass than most people do, I think. I really enjoy him. Like,
Yeah,
it's
just
nose pass.
nose hair.
That is a unique idea, but I like the theory that Gardevoir's dress was supposed to be a robe from the Fantasy Battle Mage. I don't know, because like then when they gave her Mega Evolution, it became an outright ball gown. So, yeah. I don't know. Nosepass is so stupid. I love. Yep. I honestly just really like Nosepass. Again, the Easter Island heads are a big inspiration with him, and I enjoy the idea of the Easter Island heads. This is an S for me. I like him a lot. And then Dust Noir. I already mentioned before, he's an S. But he's the Pokemon world's Grim Reaper, which is fucking badass. He's got his entire stomach is a mouth. Like, Jesus.
Terrifying.
He communicates with the land of the dead through an antenna. Like, holy shit. And then we've got the alternate Snorunt evolution, Frostlass. I enjoy Frostlass as well. The yokai origin for her is really cool and very dark. So this is S for me as well.
Yeah.
Because I like that it looks enough like Glalie that it's very clearly related. It's got the two little horns, the holes exposing the underside, and instead of being a black color, it's a purple color, which is pretty neat.
Yeah. Now, Rotom and all of their extra forms, are we thinking just Rotom and then putting everything else in extra forms? Because, you know...
Well, here's what I will do. The extra forms that I will put away are the Rotom Drone, the Rotom Dex, the Rotom Phone, and the Roto PC. The rest of these are actual Pokemon that can be used, and they have distinct enough designs, in my opinion, that we can look at them individually.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so this is what we'll do. Rotom, S tier. This thing is fucking cool. The combination of Electric Ghost is completely unique as far as I'm aware. Like, he's the only Electric Ghost, isn't he?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah. I love that he's essentially living plasma. He's the ghost in the machine, yeah. So we've got that. Then we've got Heat Rotom. He's possessed in an oven. And what I love about this is the difference in the extremities. Like, before his arms, quote unquote, were like little lightning bolts. Here they've become oven mitts.
Yeah.
Which I love. Like, that's sweet. So I think Heat Rotom I'd put, like, I think compared to the other forms, this is an A, like a high A.
Yeah.
I do like Heat Rotom a lot. Never noticed the oven mitts. Yeah, it's cool. There's little MIDI things. Then we've got Wash Rotom. I like...
He gets a clotheslining clip on his arm.
Yeah, he's got a clothespin clip. Yep. He's got a clothespin as one arm, and then the other one's holding up the tube from the washing machine. This is so charming. Like, I really like this. Also, we're getting unique combinations as well, just from this line. Electric Fire doesn't exist anywhere else. Electric Water is only present otherwise in Lantern line. But yeah, this design overall is so interesting. This is S for me. Then we've got Frost Rotom. Rotom Wash is actually common and competitive, right?
Becomes a fridge.
Yep, Frost Rotom possesses a fridge. He looks a little sad about that. I really don't think the extremities are supposed to be anything here.
Yeah, no.
They're just
kind of boring to be fair.
Yeah. This one's a little less interesting, in my opinion. Like, it's a fridge. It's electric ice, which is pretty neat. It's only present in black Kyurem otherwise, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'll keep him in
beyond
A.
that, I'll put him in A. Yep. And then we've got Fan Rotom. I like Fan Rotom a lot. I like this whole, like, ball with the fan blade coming out of the top. And the extremities look like gusts of wind, which is great.
Oh.
So this is S.
It's electric flying, which isn't... Yeah, that's pretty common.
Electric flying, yeah. That's not... Yeah. Fan Rotom is goofy, and I love him, yep. And then we've
Here
got...
comes my favorite one. This is my favorite one.
Rotom.
He just
Fucking-
becomes the lawnmower.
Oh. Now, am I wrong, or did Rotom appear in a later generation?
I think he came from a later generation.
Like, when was he introduced? Lawnmower becomes Rotom. Or were they all Sinnoh? All the Rotom forms were added in Gen 4. Okay. Alright.
Oh, okay.
I guess I just didn't see Rotom as often. But Electric Grass is also completely unique. He looks terrifying with this, like, chomping jaw. And then the extremity is the mower blade. So, yes, this is also an S. Yeah. Let me go back to Heat Rotom real quick, because, like, why do I find this less good? Maybe it's because of the body shape.
Yeah.
It's probably because of the body
Yeah, I can
shape,
see
yeah. Frankly. Like, it's clearly, an oven, but, like, there's not much else interesting happening there. I guess, yeah. Next, we've got Uxie, Mesprit, and Azelf. Finally in the legendaries. Woo! Uxie, Mesprit, Azelf. I like their origins. I like their function in the lore. Despite being able to swap its form in Gen 5 with the basement of the shopping mall, Rotom has no additional forms beyond the ones you locked in extra forms. Okay, yeah. Which aren't really usable mons, yeah. Okay, yeah. I like their origins in the lore. I like their function in the lore, Uxie, Mesprit, and Azelf. They're essentially the Triforce of the Pokemon world.
Yeah.
The knowledge...
Design...
Yeah. I'm okay with their designs.
Yeah, they're okay.
These are A. I put these at
They
A.
don't scream legendary, you know?
Yeah, not necessarily. Which may be the purpose.
Maybe.
But yeah. But they gave knowledge, what was it? Knowledge, willpower, and Mesprit is emotion.
Emotion, yeah.
Yeah. To humanity. Which is interesting, because they're the only Pokemons that are said to have actively influenced humans themselves.
Yeah.
So that's very neat. And now...
Here come my main boys!
Dialga! Fuck yes! This is S tier.
Easy S tier.
17 feet tall.
Controls the entirety of time.
Yes.
Great, man.
These boys are awesome. I'm gonna put Primal Dialga in extra forms.
Yeah.
But like, this is awesome. I love this. And then
Love it.
Palkia. Yes.
Good boy.
I don't know which one I
Master-
like more than the other, honestly, between Dialga and Palkia.
I am more of a Dialga guy.
If you rank Shadow Lugia separately, you need to rank Primal Dialga separately, I argue. Well, here's the thing. Primal Dialga appears in Mystery Dungeon. And Mystery Dungeon is like an entirely different world from mainline Pokemon. Shadow Lugia and Shadow Pokemon at least appear in side games that take place in the primary Pokemon world. Primal Dialga takes place in a removed world where Pokemon like entirely live by themselves and humans don't exist. So because of that timeline difference, I'm putting Primal Dialga separately. Yeah. Yeah, there is also the fact that I don't know anything about Primal Dialga. I understand he was corrupted by some kind of power. But yeah, I'm ranking these based on like their mainly their mainline game appearances. And because Coliseum and XD take place in the main universe, that's why I'll include Shadow Lugia. I suggest you play Explorers of Sky. It has one of your favorites. Is that the one that has Darkrai in it, but he's portrayed as an actual villain? Because I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like Darkrai being portrayed as a malicious character, because he's not. He's just like, that really annoys the shit out of me. But yeah, he's a villain in it, and it's not a great part of the game, admittedly. Right? Yeah. Yep. That's just the post game. Gotcha. But yeah, Palkia is also fucking cool. Also, you know, Dialga and Palkia's role in the Rise of Darkrai makes me have a personal connection to them, especially Palkia, because he's the one that ends up fixing everything.
Yeah.
They also, these guys also massacred my boy.
Yeah, the massacre.
Look how they massacred my boy. They both fired at him. Like, before they would already clash. They clashed with him one time already, where they both attacked him with separate attacks. But then the shot that kills him is a simultaneous hit from Roar of Time and Spatial Rend. Like, he doesn't go down until that happens. And when it does, he just immediately fades away like the rest of Alamos Town is doing.
Yeah.
It's fucking incredible. Like, Rise of Darkrai is the best of the generic 2 legendaries fight plotlines. Yes. Especially Darkrai's role in it. Like, these two have crossed paths. They're forces of time and space, and they hate each other. And they're dragging this little town into it completely by accident. And Darkrai has such a huge love and bond for the town that he gives his life for it, and I love it. Fucking love it. Such a good story. And then, like, Erasion's the best piece of music from Pokemon ever, in my opinion.
Yeah.
What's up with that weird amalgamation of legendary birds? That's just a grouping of all 3 of them, I guess, if you want to rank all 3 in the same tier or something. I think I ranked them slightly separately. No, I could have used that one for these guys, but they didn't have one for the Alola forms, or for the Galar forms up here. So I just fed those into the extra form. Anyway, Heatran. Heatran is a cool one for me. He's also unique in that he is the only legendary that can be either gender.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. I forget, does that mean that you can breed Heatran? Or can he still not breed?
Don't actually know.
Oh no, it's not by gender, it's by egg group. And I think Heatran's egg group is unknown, so I don't think you can breed him, actually.
Yeah. I never really
Heatran's
got into
cool.
breeding when it comes to Pokemon.
Yeah. I have a memory of encountering him the first time. Nice. Heatran is very cool, though. I love this molten metal thing he's got going on. I'm not sure if I'd put him at S, personally. I would put him at A, though, for sure.
Yeah.
There's
See
black,
that.
too, I think. Yeah. So I'm cool with Heatran being up there. Next, Regigigas!
My
The
boy!
Regimaster! He made them all! He's nerfed by slow start, and I wish he wasn't.
Yeah.
But beyond that, he's fucking sick. He's an S. With his children.
Go, 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 go.
Go. Let's look him up. Let's look him up real quick.
Let's listen to his cries.
Listen to these glorious cries. It's specifically in Hoopa, because in the one with in the Hoopa movie, because in the Giratina movie he had more of like a deep voice.
Yeah.
But in the fucking Hoopa movie, oh my god. Get a good.
When he dies, you just hear. I love his cries so much.
Oh wow, that's funny. Next we got Giratina.
Giratina, my boy.
If it
I
wasn't
love
already
Giratina.
obvious, I fucking love Giratina.
The Giratina movie is my favorite. Them going into the underworld is the most. When I was a kid and saw it, I was like,
Oh yeah, I remember watching that. I have Temple of the Sea, Rise of Darkrai, and Giratina Sky Warrior.
Yo, I forget. Giratina is literally just the Lucifer, because he was a
Well,
part of the
here's-
main trio.
Here's the thing. I would describe him, yes, as a bit of a fallen angel, but at the same time, the Pokemon creation myth is not based on Judeo-Christian mythology.
oh yeah.
It's based on, I believe, the Japanese creation myth.
Correct.
So Giratina, even though Western audience might see it as a god and devil kind of thing, Giratina doesn't intentionally destroy stuff. His nature is destructive. He represents antimatter.
Yeah.
So it's just what he does, and so he just had to be put into a separate world so he didn't destroy everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, so there's altered form and origin form. I like the origin form way more than altered form.
Yeah, I love
Design-wise,
Origin
like this thing is fucking sick. But
Form. I remember seeing that in the movie and just like, wow.
yeah, but the demonic altered form is also really cool.
Yeah.
So I'd put both of them in S.
Isn't Origin Form is the form he takes when it's in the reverse, but when he's
when
yeah.
When he's
I
on
don't
Earth,
remember
he
the
takes
name
on
of
the
the
altered
form.
form. The distortion world.
Distortion War. That's one.
Yeah. Demonic altered form more, but they're both good. Yeah. I love this thing. I love the spindly wings, like the shadowy wings. It's really cool.
I wouldn't
And
even call them wings. It just feels like drapes of a cape.
Yeah. It's just really neat. I love it.
Yeah.
He looks so unique compared to the other two. Also, I don't know if you ever caught this, but you might know this, but let me see. Dialga is Steel type, Palkia is Water type, and Giratina is Ghost type. Do you know what's up with that?
Wait, hang on. So Giratina was Ghost type, and I already forgot the typing of the other two.
Palkia is Water type, and Dialga
Water,
is
yeah.
Steel type.
And he's ghosts.
Yes.
Oh, you'll have to explain this to me. I'm already excited.
Dialga, Steel. You got Steel, Water, and Ghost, which could also represent solid, liquid, and gas.
Oh my god. You're kidding me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually great. I love that.
Yeah. So the states of matter, which is fucking
There's
sick.
actually the states of matter. Jesus.
So that further, cements their status as the creation trio, because
Yeah.
that is the state of everything in the universe in one point or another. Like,
Yeah.
so yeah, that's fucking awesome.
It's actually incredible. I didn't know that.
Yep. Solid, liquid, gas, and then of course matter and antimatter between Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina as separate entities.
Yeah. And Cresselia!
Cresselia, I've already talked about this.
Fuck off.
I don't care for Cresselia, that's for sure. I don't hate her. I don't hate her as vehemently as I used to, because I understand her design origin, and I'm fine with her design origin. She is not a worthy foil to Darkrai. Darkrai could kick her ass anyway. She's psychic.
Yeah.
Like, Darkrai's just gonna win. It doesn't matter. But yeah, her design is already a little weird to me. I would have placed
Yeah.
this in B tier, I think, if not for the very sad attempt at matching her up with Darkrai as a duo.
Yeah.
Because there's just a lot wrong with it to me. So that's why she's in D tier. Just because she's such a bad foil to a Pokemon I love so much.
Yeah.
Like, if maybe she was a foil to some other Pokemon, she'd be C. or maybe even A if the symbolism works.
Yeah.
So far, though, the only actual association she has with Darkrai is the fact that she gives good dreams. Design-wise and symbology-wise, they make no sense together whatsoever. So
That's why you put her in
Yeah.
D tier on the first stream.
yeah, that's why I put her. Yeah, when the first stream hit, yeah, D tier. So run back over that anyway. Fione.
Fione.
Is it Fione or Fione or Fione?
I don't know if it's Fione or Fione or Fione.
I've always said Fione, so that's what I'm gonna go with. I like this idea that Manaphy can breed, but it's always like a lesser kind of form.
Yeah.
In Fione. I wish there was more information on Fione and why Manaphy spawns Fione. But there's just no real information on it.
Yeah.
But it takes a lot of hits from Manaphy's design. It does look like it's Manaphy, but not quite. And I understand Fione is in a really weird position of people not being able to decide on whether it should be considered legendary or not.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put it in A. It's cool.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it. Manaphy, however, I love Manaphy.
Manaphy, great.
Manaphy's whole story being the Prince of the Sea, the ruler of the sea, effectively the god of it. Or maybe the Prince of the Sea in that it could be a little less than Kyogre, but the magical abilities that Manaphy possesses make it more mysterious.
Yeah.
So I really like Manaphy. I'll put Manaphy in S. And now we've come full circle back to Darkrai. I mean, I don't know what I can say that I haven't already said.
Love
I love him. He's the best. I hate that I can't play with him in Sword and Shield. And also I hate that I'll never be able to see him Dynamaxed. Because that would have been terrifying.
Yeah.
But, you know, Darkrai, childhood connection, Rise of Darkrai, awesome. He's a good tragic figure. He should not be considered or ever portrayed, in my opinion, even though he has been, as an outright villain.
Yeah.
'Cause he's such a good tragic figure. I never liked Gen 4's mythical Pokemon for some reason. They're all like not in my top 10. Darkrai is the exception, yes. I love him. It's just great. Wait, hold up a second. What am I listening to right now? Did this appeared in Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby? This uses the original Game Boy sound font.
I love that. I actually love that.
When did this appear? I'm gonna have to look into that later.
Yeah.
Carnival Ludicolo Musical. I'm gonna have to look into that. I don't know where that appears. That is... Oh my god, I would have gotten emotional as all fuck if I'd come across that by myself. What the hell?
Yeah.
Alright. Anyway, yeah. Darkrai. We know what's up. Shaman.
Shaman, I love Shaman.
Shaman's got the land form and the sky form. I can't tell you really which one I like better. I'm inclined to say the land form because it's an adorable hedgehog.
Yeah, I love that.
I don't know though. I think I'd put both of them in A, personally.
Yeah.
I'm alright with them.
I mean, I personally would put the Shaman landform on in S tier because I have such a personal connection with him
Right,
through a game. So yeah.
It's Frosty. Oh hey, you've come in right at the end because we're on the last Sinnoh Pokemon, and this is the end of the stream.
Arceus!
Okay, cool. Yep, we got Arceus.
Legend!
So, here's what I like about Arceus. He looks regal as all fuck. I love this ring that's around his body. That's like a crown sort of for him, being the god of all Pokemon. Llama stuck in a fence, yep. But he does look very interesting. And he looks like he is very regal. And I like the color palette swaps for when he changes type. My problem with him is that he is not overpowered enough. I want Arceus to be the be-all end-all Pokemon. If I have an Arceus and I throw him out, I want him to instantly fuck up everything. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care what the competitive scene says. Fuck you. This Pokemon is God. He should be amazing just because he's God.
Yeah.
But he's not. He's not all types at once, which would be overpowered as all hell. And you can only change his type, like, by swapping out a plate. He can't just adapt to it or anything like that. I want a absurd, overpowered Arceus so badly. That is what if/when they remake Gen 4, they need to do something for Arceus that makes him an absolute destroyer of everything in his path.
Yeah.
As he stands right now, his lore is so strong off the bat, I'd put him an S. Without that lore, he would be an A.
Yeah.
But if he was as overpowered as he should be, as he has every right to be, he would be probably one of my favorite. Absolutely. But as he stands, the god of all Pokemon, which you'd think would be something I personally would love to hell and back, he's not the first thought that comes to mind when I think of legendary Pokemon that I really enjoy.
True.
The ones that come to mind for me are like Yveltal and like Zygarde and Necrozma, Darkrai, Kyogre and Groudon, Rayquaza. Arceus is like the last one that reaches my head.
Yeah.
But his story and his design as it stands is still strong enough for a god Pokemon in my opinion. So.
Yep.
All right. That's my rant about Arceus. And that's how we end the Pokemon stream for now. So, that was Hoenn all the way through Sinnoh, from middle of Hoenn through Sinnoh. And now we've got Unova, Kalos, and Galar left. Woo! We're about halfway through. We're a little over halfway through now, I think. Yeah, really. I'm actually not feeling too bad, surprisingly.
I mean, you just woke up. I'm closing in on night right now.
Right, I got you. Yeah. I did just wake up, you're right. Also, Junk, when she's here, is also approaching a nighttime hour, I think.
Yes.
So, yeah. But yeah, that's Arceus, and that's Pokemon for now. So yeah, when we come back, we will rate the Unova Pokemon. I think Unova is in a similar situation where it has very few Pokemon. And Kalos even less so.
Yeah.
Kalos' Pokemon count is very small. So I imagine by next stream we might be able to work our way a decent way into Alola. Possibly. And then the stream after that will probably be the last one for my personal Pokemon rankings. Yeah. All right, so thank you everybody for coming, watching me rant and talk about Pokemon. Thank you, Johnny, for popping in place of Junk.
Hey, no worries.
Hopefully, maybe we can have both you and Junk back on at some point. I do know for sure I want to have Junk on for Galar because, again, it's the UK, and I feel like she would have some neat insights on the Pokemon designs that you and I might not know about.
Yeah.
Being a UK native. So, yeah. All right. Thank you all for popping in. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.